Really good opportunity for you.
Being a bargaining, no. There's a pull. Oh, wow.
Sell
It's the util
me
being
on
used in
offers.
Astrostar. I think they're trying to punish the common position where Korma has been playing, but he just spams them from Mail. Collects one. Paper obviously not favoured in this round when they have been knocked down to the weaker guns anyway, but still hurts for them because it means EG are going to be up 7-1. If it keeps going like this, and well, just give Demon One a bit more practice. Why not? Just warm up the wrist.
Wait.
So many layers everywhere to the way that EG is playing the defense. Once you get past the first, there's always something behind it.
But I didn't have dash pass back then.
What's going on here?
Admit they're not playing aggressively to start out. It feels like it with the orb. Then you run into Com just spraying you down there. The heaven pressure
Look
with
at
Demon One to collect. Oh, Jing could have made something of that.
Want that music?
Good try. But it puts everything down on a 7 health Mind Freak. That just doesn't look in any way feasible for him. And a 7-1 lead
Wow.
for EG. He should be able
Good
to
for her.
close this out, especially with how Paper X, in my opinion, look favored on the attack side of Split. If they were going to win one of the sides, I would expect it to be this one.
But they're just being dismantled.
Oh, picked to pieces.
Fast plays are being punished.
Like that Oswald and the Kuma
Like
did.
you said, I mean, there's not too much emphasis being placed into mid.
You can seal it,
You
it's
normally
fine.
expected. I like Boostio playing, but
I think that's a deliberate game plan from EG.
Yeah.
They're really trying to mess with Paper X's expectations and catch them on the sight bursts instead. This is different.
yeah. Looking like maybe some B main pressure. There's a nade being held.
While Demon One opts towards A with potentially a pullback smoke.
Fight on two fronts. See which one pays off. Deep flash. Smoke was placed deep there by Forsaken. All in the face of Demon One means he's not granted that easy sight line.
But Boostio just holds with him, and together they feel confident enough to be able to re-clear this area to some degree. There's still that dangerous corner, which is getting pinged out right now.
I do like this.
But EG are on the line. They've got a bait and switch set up
Oh,
now
what
too.
the fuck?
Switch. There's
Best
dash
of
active, but not
fucking
next when Boostio goes
5.
to the corner! Gliding right past, he spotted him on the minimap. Can Boostio get out alive? Not quite. Traded. Forsaken! He's in their face. It's the updraft dash play again, but again, not anticipating Demon One. Brings down the opposites. Jet
Brent, also
versus Jet.
CGRS is in screens.
How's he managed
But
this?
Paper X have gotten everywhere.
Pushed in deep onto the corner. I mean, as expected, there was a jump spot, I believe, by Ethan. They seem to know that there could have been this chance and this timing.
But surely not this deep.
No, I don't think he realizes he's crossed, does he? It's a hard clearance. Not enough to get the shots onto it, and the satchel is nice, so Jorgen's set up for the trade. Aim wasn't reset in time.
Are the gods favoring you today
Let's
with the
see.
spray into the pit?
Yeah, seen many of these rounds. Bladestorm being committed. Over the top with the updraft. Looking for a 3-2-1 entrance right into it, into the corner. Updraft all over the place. Twists and turns in the round, into the corner. Divide goes. Enough to collect up onto Jorgamo.
That is a tough setup to deal with. I really like the approach from the double duelist there. The updrafts and the potential to be able to one-shot someone with the knives is nice, but in the end, Device Ultimate proves too strong. Look at this.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, both grouping up together, making sure that they can't get picked off one at a time, and they hold steady. But also, Paper X's A ramp control and the way that they're diving up A ramp and into the A heaven smoke at the same time, really tough for EG to deal with. They only just managed to adjust. More spread, more defaulting from Paper X. Though again, it feels like A ramp is going to be.
This guy's being so fucking weird. What's your fucking opportunity?
Has to be a string around.
Just give me that. How about that?
Even if they get to 5,
Yeah,
that feels
I
to
mean,
me like
They've salvaged it at
Yeah.
that point if they manage to get to 5, but they'd have to win out the rounds from here.
and it's still not an amazing half, was more my point.
Big flash, Jorgamo. Last attempt, a chance to punish again.
Yeah.
The exact same play! Demon One though, this time playing inside the smoke to punish it.
Watching Valorant
We
tournament
watch
right
shame
now
on
on stream.
you. Still, they run forwards into the side.
Valorant
The Utils
tournament.
Clearing all the corners. Jorgamo caught out in the open. Cosmic Divide cuts up the angles. Demon One still
Yeah.
there. Crouch peek yet. Well, how does he have the presence of mind to clear it still?
Yeah,
I
it's
just
been
don't
hot.
know this guy, but he is quite an insane player.
Look at the setup though in the post plant. barely anybody on site. Doubled up
Yeah.
like it's a backstab in heaven.
Yeah, up into heaven here. They clear out the one player that was playing onto the side, but can they deal with these?
Chilling,
Getting onto the
chilling.
heaven players,
Same shit,
it's up to
different day.
Mindfreak.
What's up? How about
Does he
you?
have a pull
How them arms?
for the plan? Looks like there's one.
Yeah.
But Com is
Waiting
ready
it
for
out.
his positioning. Oh, they
Trying
try the
to-
body block.
Yeah, body block this one.
No,
but
I'm just
still
watching a
on heaven.
tournament.
He can
It's really
do
not a big
all
deal.
here. He's landed it. Enough kills found. 25 health though. Does he take the bait? It was tapped. He doesn't swing. Boostio, absolute balls of steel from Mindfreak. Swinging wide. Boostio gets half. Not enough time.
What's the gameplay?
And in the moment, the presence of mind of Mindfreak.
I don't think so. Is it the
Not taking the
game
bait.
where? Is it the like
That's
body
so
cam footage
cold.
game?
That is so cold from Mindfreak. Up in heaven, just tapping away. with
Yeah,
the
I haven't
rifle,
seen the 6 days in
making
Fallujah.
sure that Boostio doesn't feel safe at any point. And also, with his first peek, he sees they're both vulnerable. He sees that they're both in that spot, so I think that probably goes into the decision making there, knowing that Boostio is going to be a
Yeah,
bit too scared
but-
to just stick it completely. We have not really seen anybody being able to pull off that body block play to deny the Astropole. And Com was ready for it too, in terms of his positioning. Just won the duel against Jing, couldn't quite win the duel against Mindfreak. Small moment. Small moments defining whether Paper X
What,
will get back
in-
into this half.
Fucking
Nice edge. Now with 2 more chances. I mean, we said, listen, 7-5 will be a salvaged half. It's necessary
Yeah.
for them to win out.
I know.
1 round away from what looks like breaking the economy of EG. That's why they're taking the time out here. This is an important one.
And I agree with you that the last few rounds have seemed like they've been on a knife's edge, but the knife is on an edge where, tipped in one direction, it plunges into Paper X's heart. It's not a balanced knife right now. It's Paper X doing everything they can, finding the slimmest of margins just to be able to save the half and get it back towards even territory. If EG are even able to get one, it looks extremely good for them. It's got to be perfection from here on out for Paper X.
Yeah, it's a house.
Holds to work with. Comes online. Grouped up towards B main. Looks to be that 4-1 split. Contacting. Dash is now active though. They want to go off of this as a snipe bait at their feet. Jing, their second thoughts on it. The pull was
Yeah,
also
no,
expended
and
here.
I definitely
Boostio
appreciate it. I'd probably have to lean towards just like now, just because no reason for me to have to spend more money if I don't need to.
Dropping down, Ethan's there. It's a 3-2-1 face. He's broken in the midst of it. Beautiful stuff by Forsaken.
No, I mean, definitely if like
Liberty's
things
positioning
weren't a
and
vibe
forced
here and I was looking to get out, it's
the
definitely
impossible
like
scenario. Has
a
to
good
save this
take.
round, and that string of rounds that we were
And like
talking
who
about,
knows where sort of
possibility of
situations
it.
were.
It's a reality at this point, man.
Yeah, it's coming true.
Like who knows where
Forsaken's tempo catches
Yeah, I know.
Boostio completely off there. I mean, Boostio is trying to focus on the next wave through. He knows Forsaken's got through to Pillar, but he's hoping Forsaken's worried about somebody pushing CT, somebody pushing from Heaven. He's worried. He's hoping Forsaken has some level of respect. No, not the Paper X duelists. They're going to continue.
Yeah, it's
to apply
fucking
pressure
crazy.
onto the site anchor until you force them to back up.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Essentially should be a 7-5 at this point. 1 more round left here, but the money is going to be broken ever so slightly. I think the loss bonus will be kicking in for EG.
No,
Half armor rifles.
Dylan
is
doing good.
Maybe it doesn't look like it.
It's not great.
And the ults for Paper X are flowing.
working in a
Looks
restaurant.
Like they might have done enough here to save the half. It's still not amazing. I feel like Paper X would be anticipating
Just one.
running away with this when they're on their attack side. But, you know, when you're 7-1 down, this looks like a miracle.
It's 2, dog. Been a while.
Like an absolute dream.
Cosmic Divide. So
No, it
They're
hasn't
trying
been
to find
10
the
years.
presence here of all of their players, but the Viper's Pit is going to be bogging them down. The goal is to try and take this one. Seekers.
It was
Feel
not
like
10
they have a
years.
presence here, but now they hear it.
When we were
Right into
18,
Elbow
shut the
and
fuck
That
up.
was a miracle kill. He needed that one.
Remember, I bought studio stuff from you one time. We smoked a bunch of times. Like, there's so much stuff in between where we saw each other. There was not just 10 years of like.
And device called, rotators leaving, CGRS.
Nice.
Don't commit to B, come back to the A site. Boostio's stuck in a really weird position again.
Yeah, he's so worried about being pinched. He knows that Heaven was compromised. The choke on top of it. Deep flash into the back of the side. Boostio has the smoke of the choke, pushing through. Timing needed to be taken. He's got the spike down. It's going to be a call made. Spots out to buy. Repositions now. 50 health to his name. It's still not necessary. Not when a team's got his back. Mindfreak.
Nice.
Last alive. EG. They've done magic in this round. They really have. Every advantage was against them, yet they still get under their belt 8-4 here.
Awkward.
And that first kill turns the tide of the round to me. I mean, shutting down Jing with the showstopper inside your pin. Ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
I think he got vulnerable. I think Jing managed to land on top of the snake bite, so he didn't have to hit every single pellet, but that's still one that, if it swings the opposite direction, we could be looking at a 7-5 half.
Yeah, swings and roundabouts about this entire map as well. It's been so back and forth. Absolutely insane stuff. Let's send it down to the desk to break it down.
Back to Florida, baby.
Round after round, the pendulum keeps on swinging as this game continues to be the gift that keeps on giving here. Of course, as we dive into what we saw in that first half, Mimi, it's very clear that this team is punishing this aggression.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of map number 1 in that I think EG had a great read on the way that PaperX play. It's what Potter was saying in that initial interview. We give them space, we let them do their execute, do their game plan, and then play these late rounds. The retakes were really
Doing good,
working.
doing good.
We see it here in round 5, and then we see a timeout for PaperX, and EG again have the read in this
Yeah,
one.
10 hours
They have
stream.
Great control of that defense.
Yeah,
We stream until about 11 a.m.
Boostio time and time again in these committed positions.
What?
But I think where PaperX are so front-loaded in terms of their
What?
executes, where there's a spacing advantage that somebody can take advantage of, and even just to still have the confidence to commit to those, because it looked very concerning versus Fnatic, where he was almost being targeted. So I'm actually loving seeing that from Boostio here so far.
Yeah, a little bit of a rough half. The run back from PaperX.
Yeah, one time we were just vibing on it, dude. We were just playing back-to-back games.
I'm worried that that is going to be the thing that is kind of
Nah, now when you're playing with the boys, it's
after that
good.
last round, letting that get away from them, it was a fantastic little setup there from Calm to get the vulnerable out on the
Yeah,
Jing.
bro, when you
Shut
enjoy
it down
games,
with
you
the short
enjoy it,
Jing,
man.
get that showstopper completely out. Just break the entire call on the round from the side of PaperX.
Split with comps like these are even, but EG's looking good right now.
PC
They
Gaming's a
want
life change,
that
man.
Series point. They want to be a map away from their
PC
first
Gaming's a
win.
life change,
They're on
man.
the precipice of doing so, but of course, you can never count out this PaperX team as we get ready to dive into this one. And of course, the fans are coming out in full swing here. Everyone has been having a great time. And again, this atmosphere in this
I don't know,
room
but
is
there's an
electric.
open
Of
world
course,
Star
the
Wars
people here
game
have
coming out that
definitely
looks
met
fucking
the moment that
intense.
is taking place on that stage, and it is now time to jump back to the casters as we get
I don't know
ready
what
for the next
Starfield
half.
is. I feel like I've heard of it, but it's not like,
Grab the opportunity in front of them.
it's not deep in my mind.
Typically look at scenarios like this and we say, well, must-win pistol round for PaperX here, but we'll see if they can do it. EG with incredible consistency when it comes
Yeah,
to these opening rounds here. round 13 pistol rounds. Able to
No, I like
score
those games.
to
Just that, like, I don't know, some of them have to be good. Right now we're playing Diablo 4, and then there's the Harry Potter game that we've been playing too, that was open world.
Jing's
Yeah, Hogwarts was good.
started the round over towards A.
No, I'm thinking about it. I'm probably gonna finish it this weekend.
Oh, the Trailblazer just goes straight over the top of Com's head too. They're going to re-push this area, knowing that Forsaken could have been playing there, and the pinch comes through from Vents.
Yep, CJRS just none the wiser towards it. It's up to Forsaken to hold down the choke point. Flash,
So what's up with them arms, dude? I heard you got cut off in traffic.
To hold it back, and he does kick out Ethan. That's a spike drop down. Isolating that one. Jing.
It is crazy that they just left you too.
Fighting and retaking that Heaven control. Jorgen towards the back here. Not shying away from it. Mindfreak eager.
I only heard it from one person. It was Day, and that he heard it from your dad, and that like you were driving down the road, and then these kids like cut you off, and like whatever happened, and then they just like tried leaving you, and then your dad like found
Know
them.
that Forsaken is going to be on this timing behind him.
It looks like he's aware. Idea of it, yeah, but the crosshair's not pointed towards Heaven. So, it's PaperX. With a pistol round win.
Every map so far, Brent, has been split dead down the middle in terms of the pistol rounds. And I think that's...
Yo, JMS344, thanks for the follow, brother. What up? Keep going.
They've been getting their advantages through the gun rounds. Through
No, you're
fighting
not.
these moments, splitting team play down into the 1v1s, and getting the win there instead. So if they're also able to go even on pistols, it's going to drag EG down to the point where this game's winnable.
Taking away those advantages. PaperX going to be feeling possibilities presented to them. Okay, that was the return of fire.
Good to neutralize that quickly before it snowballed any further.
Yeah, he did not want Boostio creeping through mid.
That's also the only sheriff that they had. Everybody else is on a classic. PaperX are going to be challenged here a little bit on the defense side, I think, to not overextend, to not get too aggressive. Devi loves doing these walk pushes down mid. About a minute on the clock, maybe more, something like 50 seconds. If EG are going to approach every round with the patience they've demonstrated on this, it may not pay dividends for them here with the weaponry so low. But I think it's going to ask questions of PaperX later on.
Almost casting out a net and baiting PaperX to just walk right into it.
That'll be the game plan.
Yeah.
But with a team as good as PaperX, even if they fall into the net sometimes, they'll just chew their way out.
Oh yeah. Raw skill on display. So it's going to be offered to them. Lovely set of kills for Forsaken.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't imagine you'd be working right away.
Storm is brought online.
Yeah, in terms of a person that you would want to be gathering all of those anti-eco kills, Forsaken's top of the list.
Yeah, big purchase from him as well now, heading into it. Why not stay active in between the rounds? Although with the pace that this game is being played at, you don't really have too much time to do that. So
you want to keep your eyes on the action. Forsaken is going to pick up an operator in this round.
Into the bonus.
For PaperX's bonus round, having a defensive op online.
Meanwhile, series of aggressive plays, pushing deep. It was a pull towards the one side, a smoke on the other. Forsaken! Oh, he strikes.
This is a challenge. How do you beat off?
One brought down.
What a pick.
How do you beat off now?
And remember, if Forsaken does die, he's still got Bladestorm for next round. So it's not even that much of a gamble. But it's the right kind of risk. Really
Nice, I like that answer. I like that fucking answer. That's a good answer.
Made here. Some form of utility was sent flying.
Oh man's like, I bought a fucking stand-up fucking pocket pussy.
Down and trying to get info behind it. They realize they need to make a push to B main, or at least see if anyone's over there. Oh!
Forsaken.
If you got money, you can fuck anything you want.
Never favored.
Yeah, still Forsaken 4, so the operator's taken out of the
You've
mix.
seen Epstein, bro.
Again, noise has been cut. 40 seconds remaining. EG happy to slow it all the way down here.
They're looking to try and bait out an info.
Epstein,
play,
baby.
It's happening in B main, where there's no one on EG ready to collect.
Info gathered. Flash is going to be gathering that. How fast? Playing through here. Jing
That shit's
pushes
still not
forwards.
resolved. There was just a thing about a senator that was getting paid off the whole time.
Definitely done. Satchel's at work. Marshall spam. It's all laid on top of each other. It's raining lead right through the choke. An exchange of the guns is left up to it, but with only 12 seconds remaining, Jorgamo, he's got so much to do and not enough time. Brought down, bonus round win. Can they save the operator? Doesn't look like anybody's going to be able to get on top of that one. But still, a bonus round conversion is massive.
And I said that EG's patience was going to ask questions of PaperX. They answered perfectly.
20 years, you're talking about the past like 70 years.
There was 2 players there. It gives them all the info to rotate the rest of the team into A. And they managed to get Jing into a spot where he's pushed inside the smoke before the hit even happens.
Oh yeah, here we go. Documents reveal that Jeffrey Epstein paid the First Lady of the U.S. Virgin Islands $200,000 a year while her husband was governor. Documents allege Epstein paid off officials to actively facilitate his exploitation of young women and children. That was 2 days ago.
Just trying to hold back onto the rope. That was a stinger in his face. Classic little
Oh, it's
play
gonna
to see
keep
what he
getting
done with
worse,
Duelist.
but it's like, at what point does this like really pop? Or dud, like, but then everyone has to be eliminated. Everyone has to be eliminated then. And this this is very deep.
Before the wall even goes up.
I mean, they've already been slowly eliminating us by putting fluoride in the toothpaste and...
Through the smoke, showstopper's been earned.
Yes, dude.
That damage done, not enough for a kill.
Think about it, dude. Slowly the world's deteriorating. Think about the Zoomers, or like whatever they are now. Gen Z. I'm 1 year younger than you, so don't even. You act like I'm a
was not going to expect Mindfreak to be this
No,
aggressive.
you're like a wannabe baby boomer.
Sound cute. Something.
Yeah, you are. You're wanting to be a baby boomer.
Dashes there. Gets info. Demon 1. Does he hear it? The drop down. Not too certain.
He's going for
Spots
the
it out
one
anyway.
taps.
Going for the one taps. 3 HP. Why not? He's got the confidence for it. Smoke cut up the one angle. Now holds it. It's a bit of a gamble. 9 bullets left. Mindfreak. Left reeling. You have the confidence to take the fight. He's definitely got the health advantage, and with a swing like that, he can afford to take it.
It's close. Could have come down to a timing. But in the end, Paper X do manage to bully their way through that anti-eco. Mindfreak lands the single body shot. And the score's tied up at 8-8. Great attempt from Demon 1 there. But that was with EG investing their
Biden's
showstopper
not even
finding
alive.
some
He's just a
mistakes that they
drugged
had.
up puppet. I don't think he's a robot. I think he's so old and fucking drugged up that the dude. Did you see when he was like saluting the general and it was the wrong like woman, and then he fell on stage? He's dying. He's literally days away from death.
Group up into mid. A repush as well into main.
It's so aggressive on the A defense.
Yeah, they're really going to try and get the punish, I think, onto opposite sides.
He
here, Jake.
might have, but whether he won it or not,
Absorbing a lot of this.
it's not because of him.
Already just walking all the way through. I mean, how's Jogma falling
fights
here?
everywhere.
It's going
Here's the thing, he might have, which is fine if he did, but like,
an entire
this
round.
has to be a sign that like,
I mean, that
like
is
what this dude literally talks gibberish on the stand. He does some fucking shit that's so faulty. It's crazy.
Their supported players pushing out towards A, and it forces EG to go up mid and into B main. So they go into Jing at mid, and then they go into Forsaken, and Mindfreak over towards B. Easy. It looked like it.
Carnage, man. Putting together the rounds. That's 5 in a row. Satchel's at work again. Jorgamo seeking to have a bit of a repeat. It's literally a repeat of the round that they did prior. This time, Knives at play, at work, updraft, over the top. Devi is punished. CGRS trying to play anti-flash. What a shot to hit Babustio. Cheeky upgrade. Rifle in his hands. We are down. I mean, it's the first 20 seconds of this round.
I don't know, a lot of that's just like wild. It's like that's so insane. And then just like all the like wild things the Clintons have done too. It's like, holy shit.
Surely spotted, close to the corner into hell. There's no actual trade inside, but
Holy
eventually it
shit,
comes
like
through
that's
right now with the
insane.
Stingers.
Like you guys are definitely a part of some dark ass secret society.
You thought that Paper X were really starting to
Fucking
get a bit of a
sacrificing
advantage, but
babies
no
and eating
glory.
them for the devil Moloch or whatever fucking
It's the same play that they did
high
last time they had
entity
50
that
double
they're
blast back, both with a
praising.
Stinger, a ramp. And this time they managed to capitalize and snowball that.
I mean,
into
it's
a
real,
round win.
dude.
If they're finding value doing that with Stingers, are EG now going to decide to just do it with rifles as well? This looks like a bit of a weakness in how Paper X are holding.
Well, yeah, dude. Hillary and Bill both are just drinking kids' blood
Instead, Demon One's
or
gone on,
something.
So I don't think they're going to be as quick.
Still caution being played. Oh, here we
They
go.
on Epstein's Island. They literally had like they literally had a Moloch statue.
Engage in, close to the corner here with a stinger. It's brought down. Jorgamo seeks to
Yeah, it kept
respond.
getting younger.
Smoke, CGRS beaming him down. Ethan is trying to push through.
Who did?
Just the fire rate that was coming towards him there, but
I don't think Bill got younger. It just the women he kept getting with were younger.
EG, the ones who are being picked apart. There's the rifle. It's swapped around.
But who knows what else they did to the kids? Why don't we have just a ton of children that are like, yeah, I was on the island, that was me. They obviously had to dispose of them.
It's what? A response from Devi.
And the whole of Paper X.
What do you mean, how'd you even
Fighting
know?
fire with fire, both of these teams trying to one-up each other with how aggressive they can both get. The double blast pack down mid with a showstopper. And Jing knows, based on his nade position, where Boostio's going to be. They're just so good at reading how defensive teams are going to adapt. And I say defensive there, obviously EG are on the attack side, but they are defending against a play like that.
Depends.
They
It's
have to
not
try
always
and
5
absorb the
hours. Like, what the
aggression
fuck?
with slow split default.
No, I tell you what, no America's team's playing like that.
No.
If they,
No,
if,
they are not.
if they're trying to rely on their experience playing against people in their own region, nobody quite plays like Paper Rex.
Yeah, I'm not sure who you'd have to practice, I think, to get experience against that. Maybe FaZe? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Just full Smeeg. I mean, Paper Rex are the embodiment of it.
And I thought it was going to be the attack side where Paper Rex looked in control by running these kind of aggressive plays. But instead, the level of aggression they've shown on their defense side has actually worked perfectly for their style. EG can't control it when Jing just goes down mid, or when CGRS is applying pressure with his flashes and his Trailblazer over towards A-Ram.
Hey, bro.
They're running into Forsaken and Jing constantly, and then Divi's there for the cleanup.
Yeah, dude.
I also
Seems
don't
similar
know
to
how they're
mine,
gonna get
except
value
there's a
out
little bit of
Demon One's
gaming
operator
included.
If Paper Rex continue to up the tempo like this, Demon One's going to have to hit some cracking shots.
It feels like an unusual purchase. They are really brute forcing it. They still want to be leaning into it. Demon One.
New beater gun. Hell yeah, dude.
I think the op, in theory, can be fantastic if
That'd be
Paper Rex play
sick.
slowly themselves.
Alright, you too, brother. Talk to
Don't
you
know if
soon.
that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I love you too, Mike.
Well, at least for this round, there's a bit of a crawl at the beginning.
The raise is in mid. Jing's been getting the better end of Jorgamo almost every time.
He's pushing through it. Angle here towards the box. No, it's the back of his head. It's not watched for. Jorgamo collects that kill. Over the top of the wall, Demon One. There's a chance for him to get a kill. Maybe equalize it to a 4 versus 4, but had to back away here. Down to that minute mark.
And Jing's looking towards B Heaven in that situation because he's following where Ethan's Trailblazer went.
Great time for a Viper's Pit. This is really going to bog down the choke.
And how do you get through this?
Well, maybe from behind. Jorgamo has gained mid control. Forsaken. Look at him. No favor taking that fight. I mean, taking a ton of damage. Onto the angle, still set up. Crouch peeking. Just wants to disrespect them into B main. And it has funneled everybody up through mid. The space was gained by Jorgamo. They want to go around the Viper's Pit. They don't want to fight through it. But if you leave him up, Devi, it's going to be more than a thorn in their side, man. He could be the difference maker to you winning the round. Ethan cleans him up. Takes him out there. Jorgamo attempt to punish this one. Forsaken swings into it. Denying it here with the plant at least. Will go down, so time no longer becoming a bit of a problem. Still, Cosmic Divide. Across the site, Viper's Pit of their own. Now drop down. Tons of ults being committed into this one. Jump spot with a shorty. A shot missing just ever so slightly. Demon One holding it towards the corner. Again, it's going to come down to a bit of luck of the draw. Spam, maybe. Can they work their way into the pit? Can they try and bring it down? 2 versus 2. Off to the side here. It's Kong.
Oh my god, dude, this game is crazy.
Freak was not set up for success. 10 to 10. As even as we can be.
So close in this map. And as I said earlier, this is one where I would expect EG to have
Demon 1 is so good. How come there's no Demon 2
phenomenal
released
split.
yet?
Last few times we've seen it. Little bait play there to be able to pick up Jing early on. And this is that's the kill that really wins it. Ethan being able to out-duel Devi, who took a moment out of his pit to try and grab that kill and then bounce back in. Op v op now, over towards B main to start the round.
Stars aplenty. What a defeat of Forsaken. This is pandemonium. Just a recall so that he can set himself up onto an angle, but who knows whose utils whose. Fade into the side, that's a satchel to punish, but such quick reactions. Forsaken! He's a menace! 2 players brought down, and
Wow.
reset. He's got it active once more in case he does want to take another peek at things, but just backs away, content to hold the choke.
That is absolutely disgustingly good from Forsaken. The jump repeat back onto the angle to diff Demon One, and CGRS just holds for info, backs up. Playing his life. Snakebite denies the Trailblazer here, giving Com a little opportunity, but it's still a 3v5.
Off the back of Forsaken.
What a time for a hero play like that.
Still holding on to the heaven position. That angle, he opened himself up to it. It was wallbangable, he's weak. He's still holding it though. Hasn't given up this space, which means his team can try and help him out, support him out. 35 seconds roughly left in the round. Got a side set onto A, but they need an opening. They need it now. Levi still pushing him back. That was his snake bite. Drop down onto the corner. Forsaken. What is that? Spraying him through. Still watching.
Damn. EG might not be part of this.
Not a bad time for a prime game in Flawless for PaperX there. That could well turn the tide of this map. And as the midpoint of the series, potentially, could change the tide of the match. What is that? The confidence level. I mean, look at that from Demon One's perspective.
Yeah, no time to react.
He looked startled. It was a jump scare. That's ludicrous.
It was a jump scare. Yo, Ethan. What up?
Find any way of responding to this. They won a Thrifty earlier on, playing over towards A-Ramp, chaining those two duelists together.
I mean, PaperX looked like they were anticipating it. I mean, he stacked it with 4 of their players. Now we see it. Showstopper use the satchel window. It's not too great.
Beefed.
Yeah, bangs his head on the ceiling. Rocket into spawn. No real damage done. Demon One, though, is there. He's on the angle, on the line of sight. Spam. Onto the corner. Eventually brought
Hello, man. How are you? Damn.
In the middle of all of that,
Damn.
still come out. And Heaven Controller's there. Spike's still not planted. It's a 2v3.
The backstab.
The backstab. Com needs value. He needs a kill, and the right click does not bless him. Flip of a coin. Not going in his
Damn,
direction.
3v1.
Stars available. Boostio. What can he do to salvage it? Star blossomed up, but it won't matter.
God damn, they're about to lose this game.
Down, and it's PaperX who find themselves in the driving seat. They hit that 12th round.
They stacked up to try and avoid that A-Ramp Thrifty idea, and EG almost got some momentum going. With
Hey, bro,
Demon One
can't believe we
finding the
got a
first
God pack.
Good
Oh yeah,
response
dude.
from CGRS, just spamming through.
Good shit. And good pulls on the
And
God
PaperX
pack, too.
eventually deal with this tricksy little Thrifty. EG, though, they didn't buy in the last round. They didn't force. They were always playing for overtime. So now we get to see the next 2 rounds. 4-player stack over towards A. Hard reading that EG would be leaning right at the start of this.
Same setup as they did just prior. EG were on the Thrifty, and again it's the long migration, the big wraparound. Time to shore up the defensive towards B as mid is completely given up. Dash forwards, up into Heaven. Until expended exchange, another smoke to try and get them in. Demon One, he's so smart with this. Does buy them that space towards the back. Mindfreak though, he's got to try and hold this one. Smoke away and afar. That's
Huge
2
play.
kills, massive from him. Still, they left to contain it. It's PaperX leading through. 13-10, and they are leading the series now.
Damn. Every card was a pull in the pack.
Outrageous comeback in this
Oh, yeah,
third
dude.
map from PaperX. From a spot where they were 7-1 down, I believe, to be able to get all the way back. Not only was this a win, it was a win by 3 rounds.
It's always the same pulls and it's specific
And
to
on
the set.
EG's, probably, I would say, EG's second best map.
Yes, sir.
What an incredible performance there. Not only being able to win, but being able to win and
Yeah, I only
muscle
sent
their
you a
way
pic of the
through
2 big
whilst
ones.
going
Nice.
way negative in the first kill to first death department. They only had 7 first kills in that map. And yet they're still able to convert 13 rounds. Absolute madness from the PaperX guys.
Just an anomaly.
This team defies all expectations.
Absolutely. They
And
go into this
anybody
event,
can step up at any time.
Yeah. Huge moments from individuals.
Workers chill.
Carrying them over the line.
Have a new job on Monday? Hell
The
yeah.
amount of times that Forsaken was getting away with that. The updraft dash plays.
Excited.
Even when they seek to punish, I mean, I didn't even pick it up at the time, but he's picking up the judge in case somebody does play in the smoke to punish him.
Yeah.
So he can just spam away. And at that
It's-
point, you're favored.
It's madness. It is madness. And that has got to be a rough one for EG to watch slip away.
Oh, yeah.
It's up towards the top of their map pool. They had the advantage at the half. Yeah, they lost pistol, but definitely opportunities there for them.
They
to
gave
go
that up
down
once
with
they
that
start
streak
losing
of
these rounds right
before
here.
PaperX pulled things away. Moments like this, as Mindfreak clutches. Huge plays from Jing Forsaken.
It's just impossibilities, man. And now, as we get deeper into the series, the deeper we go with the map pool, I mean, the advantages slipping away from EG in terms of the strength of what they were carrying forwards.
Next map, we might get to see Jing play Phoenix. This series has got it all.
Living up to all sorts of our expectations here. Cannot believe the run that Paper Rex are making happen before our eyes, and now stand just
Yeah,
one
you already
more
told me
map
about
away
the
from
spot.
closing out this series and going all the way to the grand finals, but yet to be seen, yet more of the series.
Давай,
to be played,
давай.
don't go anywhere.
Давай. Japan is love, damn it. Damn, Trailer Park Boys is a different time. Well, I'm gonna go. I love you. Have a good night, buddy. You too, brother. Have a great night.
Find that a big fucking sign of disrespect. You're not a president. The president. The president. Talking about? I already pressed the button. Stop.
Only you don't have access, Quackity.
Who is that saying that? Hey, did you press?
You can do it?
Yeah,
I pressed the button.
Oh, Jaden!
Oh,
Yeah!
just wanted to come by and just.
Yeah!
You said everything.
Damn. Gave me the name Rel. Hey, screenshot. How to press control. Print screen. Ooh, look at my tiny little bicep. Windows logo, Shift and S. What the fuck? Huh.
Check this out. Backflip with a parrot on my shoulder. You like that? Hello, Gag. Check this.
Take it away, Yinsu.
Thank you very much, GB. I am joined by two very, very special Paper Rex supporters here in the arena. It is Jing's mom, Pearl, and Coach Alex's mom, Liying, as well. Welcome, you two.
Thank you.
Auntie Liying, this is your first time watching Alex play and
What?
the team play.
Are we going through the fucking Holocaust in this goddamn computer? Hello?
In real life. So what's
Wow,
your experience like?
good.
What's it like
Caught
being
up.
I think it's amazing.
Holy fucking
I
shit.
arrived this morning at 6:15 with my brother and my sister-in-law, and on the way here I met so many Paper Rex fans, and I took photographs with them. It's such a fun time. I mean, really amazing. So many people. I can't believe it.
Yeah, they really, really love
Can't
Paper
believe
Rex
it.
out
Yes.
here. And Auntie Pearl, now it's not your first time. You go to every single event with Jing. You've traveled all around the world. How proud are you to see that Jing is being able to qualify for all these crazy big events and doing so well as well?
I'm very proud of him, and I know he wants to do his best, and
Damn.
I'm
His mom's
actually lost
hot.
for words because I'm overwhelmed. Like for this trip, I never expected to be here. Honestly, like really, it's like mind blown for me. Yeah, like.
Yeah, I think everyone,
Yeah,
even the
the
players
little
feel the
motherfuckers
same,
got
right?
snacks.
Even, they had to come in here without something with a sub, and they managed to make it this far, maybe even further as well. But I do want to ask, because Paper Rex, a team we all know and love, but I also know that it's not just you two that kind of really support your boys. I know all the mum and dads behind the scenes.
Yes,
You
true.
guys are like a special team yourself, right?
Kind of.
Mom
we
Jing
have
Bo.
Forsaken mom here and dad, and we have Mind Freaks mom and the whole family, the dad and the brother. Everyone is here, and also Forsaken's brother, elder brother, Escurate. Yeah, he's also somewhere in the crowd. Yeah.
And last question very quickly for you, Auntie Lee. And Alex's job is very high pressure. He has a lot of responsibility.
Yes, I think so, yes.
Does he ever come to you for some advice? What do you tell him?
Well, most of the time I tell him during the interview, please be calm, speak slowly, say smart things.
I mean,
and all that sort of thing, but he does it himself. I don't really do anything much for him.
He's definitely
Yes.
doing all of that.
Okay, good.
Thank you so much for joining
you.
me. I hope they can bring it home for you guys and take it
Thank you, let's
all the
go,
way.
yes.
Yeah, let's go,
Go
Paper
Paper
Rex.
Rex. Go
And
Paper
I'm gonna
Rex.
throw this back to the dad of the decks. It's you, GB.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, my mother's been telling me to say smart things my whole life, and boy, oh
great
boy, have I
advice.
been letting her down.
Look where you are now.
I guess so, right? Look at me now, Ma. In any case, though, of course, shout out to the moms who make all this happen. Of course, without them, Obviously we wouldn't be
There would
here,
be no
so
players.
there would be no players. That being said, let's go ahead though and talk about what we should be expecting moving forward here, and also some of the matchups. I think it's worth kind of re-hitting this one again, right? Because we talked about Demon 1 and Forsaken in the past, but it's worth talking about this yet again because these are flexible players, but when they play their role, they play him so incredibly well, and the impact is felt in the server.
No, it very much is. As disappointing as it is to not have something here alongside him to go into that Jet 1v1, it's not like Forsaken is really that much further behind.
Yeah, he ain't no chump on that role.
Just looking incredible already there on Split, and we get to look forward to this matchup once again as we get ready to move into Pearl.
Yeah, and I think as well, we haven't led too hard because it's very different how these teams play around their Jet player, right? And obviously around these two individuals. But coming into Pearl, it becomes the be-all and end-all in my eyes of a lot of the rounds that we're going to see. Again, in terms of obviously the attacking side, and Forsaken's ability to heavy anchor with the operator puts PaperX in a position to make so many other moves across the map.
And this is where EG has to answer a lot of questions. Split should have been theirs. They had it in their hand in the first half. It slips away in the second, and that was one of their two best maps in this pool. Now you're 2-1 down. You have to win Pearl straight into Ascent, and I think their Ascent is good enough, but Pearl is really where these questions lie for me, because they play this normal Harbor Viper, which they're solid at, but PaperX has been playing this double flash Phoenix comp that has worked really well for them, and I think is effective against Harbor Viper in particular.
Absolutely, because it's key to have a second flasher to be able to pop through a wall, you know, create that.
And one as fast as a Phoenix?
Sure, you can take that one, yeah. But again, it's another opportunity for PaperX to create a little chaos, apply a little more pressure in a different way that's going to throw off some of the particularly the defensive protocols for EG.
And pressure, that is the word I'm seeing right now. EG, they've been talking about how they've been playing with house money, how they have just been taking the opportunities given to them and running with them. But now this is the question. Can the pressure get to them at this point in the lower final, down a map against this crazy comp from PaperX? This is how they started their season, playing against Cloud9, choking a Pearl game against a Phoenix comp. And the question is, can they now, playing against a slightly different but similar comp, change that history?
I mean, EG, they do have that advantage of having been able to watch PaperX play this up against NRG, and that was not a very clean take on the Pearl map. It was down to the wire, it was into overtime. That could very well happen again, but we'll see how EG, how well they've done their homework.
Another example where we're looking towards Potter to actually make those small tweaks now to play to their own strengths.
Well, I know this crowd wants a fifth map, but the question is, are we going to get there? Let's go ahead and send it back over to Brendan Sideshow for the call.
Yeah, this is it. This is where we get into the territory where the stakes are really the highest, you know, the defining moments in a series where, you know, the outcome of this map right now is going to be defining whether we go the distance all the way to that fifth and final map, or is the series just going to end here? Is it going to be PaperX weaving the tail of them with a content creator going to the grand final?
In either situation, you just get such a stellar outcome. Because, like I said to start this match, it's two of the most unlikely Valorant runs of all time colliding. And so either you're getting PaperX being able to crown themselves running, or going to another grand final, I should say. No crowns quite on the line just yet. But getting another chance at a big grand final like this, with Jing playing Phoenix, or we go on to Ascent, where the last time PaperX were playing a Harbor there. Either way, it's going to be madness. And to start things out, of course, we're getting 8 players running into each other.
Yeah, why not?
Like the two Cinderella pumpkin carriages colliding down B-Long.
Let's see which one wins out. So the usual setup. You know this one if you've been watching a lot of the Americas. It's a bait and trap play. Snakebite over the top, lineup that collects. Vulnerable. That's an aid of their own. Molly over the top there. Enough damage done just from it. Jing is pulled out of position here, but the cascade actually gives him a bit of coverage. So we can reposition and get out of there.
That turret gives decent info. The whole of EG starting to rotate around and help Boostio defend A.
Yeah, but look at them all in the spawn. You realize they've given up a lot of that space towards mid, right
now,
into the center of the map.
Don't want to startle any PaperX fans, but Forsaken does have a shorty here as well.
Oh.
So I think they were planning something very specific that relied on them getting B control.
Yeah. And now, no dash, just the shorty. Might be able to salvage a weapon from Mindfreak. Is that why they're going back over here? Probably.
Would make sense.
Yeah, there it is. There's the gun he's looking for.
Just trying knife out to jiggle and get the ghost online.
Well, there it is. No one was ready to meet them. They're going to be hearing this though. Footsteps abound. Jorgamo. He's holding it. Util. Waiting for this now as the fight starts to come through onto the Heaven angle. Precision is name of the game, but a tap of the gun. The Classic running out of bullets all the way through. Com gets brought down. Damage was done. Nanoswarm at his feet. You're feeling it right now. Turned to pieces. 11 seconds left in this round. Weak enough with the plant. This has to be stuck all the way. Pressure. It's there. Fighting towards it. CGRS brought down in the end. And Boostio leading the Chargers team. Carves out a path right through the middle.
I was worried. I was definitely concerned when Com had a Classic in his hand and wasn't able to land the extra headshot he needed against blinded up PaperX players. But EG are able to convert that one. Another pistol to start the maps out. The story of these maps has so frequently been EG get the first pistol, can't actually generate too much of a snowball off the back of it, and then PaperX get the second and start to respond. How many rounds does EG need here for their fans to be confident we're going to a fifth? I don't feel like there's any number. The belief in PaperX to make any level of comeback is
We've had so many twists
high.
and turns throughout these maps.
Here's another twist and turn. PaperX are going to force into this.
Yeah.
They
But
pulled this
PaperX
one out before. I think it was in the game against NRG.
They're one of the worst teams in terms of pistol round conversions actually heading into this match.
Just win the second round.
But yeah, and part of the reason why they're so successful is because they opt into these forces all the way through. Stingers into the back of it. This time Jorgemon will meet them. All the way through, catching onto the heels of Komi, seeking to reposition. Vulnerable up, enough damage done, but the bullets spraying around. Cove in his face, he can't get the weapon out in time. It's just punishments all over the place. Dissipation of the smoke. That's an easy sight line. Ult's already built up. Why not expend it? Round two, by the way. Round two. And still hunted him down with a rifle, but blind as a bat. Demon 1 cannot stand his ground.
Oh, what a response! And that's PaperX to a T. The force-up attack side. Utilizing the plant money and the fact that they got quite a few kills in round one. But still, I mean, this is only Stingers. And they coordinate themselves. It really does feel like a hive mind when you watch PaperX play in these kind of spots.
Yeah, easy to be on the same page when you know everybody's just sole goal is to int as hard as possible. Somebody says go, we're like, right, we're going in.
We're going. Everybody has immaculate faith in each other to be able to always go forwards. Nobody baiting. And, I mean, the fact that Jing got his ult online and is now starting to farm up the second in round 3. Ridiculous.
Forsaken, no. Oh, loses the fight out to the Classic.
Go on, give us a thrifty back the other way as well.
And it's a hard flank, isn't it? All grouped up here. Art control still going to be gained. Held on to at least partially by Boostio. Doesn't want to go down here. Mind Freak. Exploration. Picking up that mid position. Jiggle peek for the information. And there we go, meeting them. That's the rifle drop down once more. An exchange of hands back in the other direction. Nanoswarm is there. Who's going to pick this one up? It's Jorgemon. You got to know everybody's coming from that choke point. Devi is on the angle of it. Pre-fired. Lovely flash. Devi is setting the pace of this round excellently. They can't withstand it. When they're all grouped up like that, all the sight lines set on that one angle.
An excellent demonstration of how being aggressive can sometimes be the best option in those kind of situations. Rather than allowing the death ball of EG to go towards them with a two-player advantage, Devi chooses to break up the timings by finding those moments to take fights and flash his way back out. Seems a little risky sometimes, but there, played to perfection. Okay, so we stabilize a little. EG can buy this round, PaperX, 3 rifles, and a Stinger on cigarettes.
The ults are starting to get flowing as well, playing for these orbs. Pushing deep out towards A. It's a lot of aggression and util used on either side of the extremities. Orb gained.
And sometimes Demon 1 is going to be posted up in A main off the back of the Trailblazer and Cascade being used. This time, nobody from EG. So what they're hoping for here is that PaperX make a lot of noise re-clearing this area. Like that, for example, the flash, the footsteps, and this will give EG the timing.
What, they're just walking up behind it. They used the initial flash, which I think was out of range of Demon 1, by the way.
Yeah,
it was holding far enough away, and they walked the rest of it.
Meanwhile, EG are just stacked over towards B and now realize that B hit is not coming. It's time to go back over to the other side of the map. But you can see that they did have a timing here. I think PaperX might be in front of it, though.
And here, finally, noise cues onto the site. Stars come through, the dash on top of it. This is going to be called now, but there's no positioning to absorb any of this aggression. EG are all the way in spawn. Seekers, it's going to be pushing them back.
And there is a major retake ultimate. The Reckoning is fabulous in these kind of spots.
That's why Paper Rex are in their spawn right now. They want to try and fight them to it. They're anticipating it. Here's the Reckoning. Do they push forward in time? They're all stunned up! A flash for a flash. Utils have to be used back and forth, back and forth. Which team will reign supreme? It looks like it's all EG! Boostio! Sublime!
Off the back of a Reckoning that couldn't fail to catch those players. If you manage to run out of your own stun circle, you're just running into somebody else's. Jorgamo's ultimate could not have found more value. And credit to Paper Rex for trying to throw utility themselves to get out of that spot. But as soon as Boostio gets in behind, there's no hope.
Let's go, baby.
Lovely transfer. So Boostio with that. Enough damage done across the board here. He's built up his lockdown, or may have had it prior as well, but still a big ultimate to lead into this next.
Yeah, he's just got that online with those kills, you're right. But I'm looking at Jing. You know, he's over here with the rest of the players, picking up his second Phoenix ult in round 5.
Why EG are putting such a heavy emphasis over controlling one area of the extremities, but if you do that, you can't control the other one, so they're leaving B for a bit of a flood retake. Look at the way, yeah, exactly, this util setup. Yep, it's ingenious. It's meant to punish Forsaken with an updraft dash up into heaven. He likes to do this. We know this if you've been watching a lot of these Pacific VODs, but this time
so
again,
deep.
He's just contacting in still, trying to piece out where this util is. They really haven't given anything away. The dash is now not active, and Demon One is none the wiser. They thought it was going to be completely open, and in terms of that side, he thought his teammate had his back. Nana Swarms now going to be activated. But still, the smoke's held. Bullets rattled, straining. The lockdown will not be detaining anybody. Everybody evacuating out of the way. Still planted, slightly to the side. Ollie's going to be denying the first part of it. Spam onto the corner. Flash through. Ult popped off from Jing. He's blinded up though. Cannot see anything. Still gets a kill.
Boostio missed him.
What is going on? This is absolutely all over the place. Cove. Maybe the next tool to be used to try and find this one, but pushing it past, you have to try and fight close to them. Jorgamo, he's got half on it, pulled off a bit, already half, and timing has been bought. CGRS! Enough time ball with the pull from Mindfreak, and it's him that finalizes that round.
A somewhat standard post plant though, with both teams trying to contest the defuse from coming through, but a very different way of opening this round up. I simply can't believe that Paper Rex had the read that the alarm bot wasn't around. You saw Forsaken as he walked into the site, sniffing it around, seeing if he could find an alarm bot anywhere near. And as soon as he realized that that path into B-Link was open, he found the only gap in what EG were up to.
Yeah.
What a masterful way of being able to crack open the B site there.
So many of these rounds have been opened up, paved the way through Paper X's contact plays. Now, you can get away with that for a bit, but at some point EG are going to be trying to prioritize an operator. That's probably why Demon One's just using the knives. 2,400 in the bank. It's one of the ways to punish those contact plays is just by picking it up here.
This is such a stack.
Again.
This is
And
so
yeah,
dangerous.
They're into the stack. Oh, they're going to flash through the wall. It's used in kind, in turn, damage done, Device still alive. That is ridiculous.
And I think they baited Boostio in.
There was an idea behind it, a snakebite towards the back of the pillar, an attempt to punish through it, into it, close to the corner though. Yeah, Boostio is just going to be holding that ground as well. No one's going to be crossing into his sight line.
And everybody going over to CGRS, who's really found the read at this point that EG are overstacking. This, of course, being an eco round, but on the previous two, we've seen many opportunities for CGRS to get deep because EG are leaning heavily one way or another. This time, though, CGRS caught, and his positioning lets Demon One know instantly that he would have been calling the rotate back over.
Demon One is not wasting time, is he? Dash is there. Over to the side, Smoke, here's the tap now. Plan, potentially online through the window. Couldn't quite land that knife. Has to back away, and damage was done to him. The reposition is smart from Mindfreak. Off to the side, it's gonna be spotted out though. There's one kill, there's the second! Boostio! From the jaws of defeat, he snatches it back.
What a return from EG. The play at the beginning is an interesting one. Their idea of just walking through their own wall, trying to find the timing on the Trailblazer and flashes being used. And this does enough to be able to take things down into dangerous territory where CGRS on a great look just oversteps himself slightly into Demon 1.
Nasty play.
Well done there, especially the little combo towards the end. Boostio's been a bit of a swing player deep in these playoffs. When he's feeling it, and he's having a game like this, winning so many big rounds for his team.
He's nigh unstoppable.
Here.
Draft potentially in order here with the knives in the hand of Forsaken. He's attempting to punish a high ground position that's deep onto the side while all this is happening. Jing, he was taking a fight straight to them. I'm not sure how that shot was found, but...
This, he can lose his team a game as well.
Seekers flash to the corner. All of this is intended to try and push them back.
How fortunate is that?
That was Forsaken fault.
Just the spam through the smoke, I believe.
Yeah, a few bullets just landing. Luck of the draw with that one, but it's brought it even to 4 versus 4. And again, that heavy rotation, only this time a twist in it. EG, they do have some presence deep into mid. Tom was trying to be watching actually for this. That's a Trailblazer with immense value.
Sees everything, and Com can start sprinting on the flank.
Flash through the wall, Cosmic Divider. Jorgamo, tail in between his legs there, just still doesn't want to give up this ground. There's the Cascade, takes the fights to them anyway. Bullets raining, scattered, punching through with the shorty. And now, of course, he's favored. Jump spot round with the movement. It's going to come down to the aim duels, and it has to be even out that way, but it will not happen. When I was pointing out prior, Com lurked his way into mid. There was nothing to catch him there. He was the final level to it.
And so a great response in the last couple from EG. You see this first pick come through off the back of the Reckoning. But it's not the Reckoning that actually gives Jorgamo any idea about what's happening there. He's just spamming based off where the Seekers are going. And Ethan was able to get those Seekers up at the start of the round because Paper Rex are so heavy one side of the map or the other. Look, no one really controlling B. It's extremely grouped up, A split right from the start. They've got a plan.
Timor misses the shot. Updraft. Dash no longer available. Has to smoke his exit through. Jing wants to try and put the punish onto this one. Put a bit of hurt into him. They run it back. Leading the charge. Carves up an opening and a path for his team to follow up. Forsaken, he's so fast with it. He's walking through into the smoke, but he doesn't watch the angle. Doesn't watch the corner. It's Ethan's job, and he does punish that overextension still. Locking down the mid angles. Jorgamo will fall. A bit of a breakaway.
Everything on Boostio.
Boostio 11 HP.
They know he's here.
Has to land a shot here, but the run and gun does it. Drops him. No more util now for this side to try and push back this plan. Still a minute left. Lockdown earned. CGRS, he opts to use it close to the corner.
Don't think Ethan can contest this particularly.
Maybe. Might go for it. Is there a window for him? Off the defuse, off the plan here. Divide doesn't opt to stick this one. Instead, just trying to take the fight to them. One player detained up close, up top. That's Team 1's job now to try and contain this one and hold it, but he oversteps it again. Walking forward, CGRS with 3, and Ethan, they know where he is. To leave him to his devices, just the turret to catch the contact behind.
There's a flank on a flank here. Jing's coming through water too.
Yeah, and this is going to be, again, what Com was doing prior, the final level to it. It's a backbreaker. They're not going to expect Jing to be coming up behind. And CGRS, well, he's on for the ace tonight, at least that. No flip in sight, but util out in the hands of Com sets him up nice and easily. That's the vibe. We could not be more even in this map, Josh. 4-4.
It's 4-4, but in absolutely chaotic fashion. Paper Rex are going for plays. Multiple prongs of the hive mind, reaching out across the map at once. Probing tendrils to see whether they can make a play happen. In that round, you have Mindfreak going for a lurk into B-Link, and when that fails, it doesn't stop CGRS, with Devi, I believe, from also probing into B-Link from a different position. Paper Rex, the way that they play is so fluid and loose, I think partially because they don't have an IGL. They're able to group up into little duos and work these micro plays around the map superbly, and it's putting a ton of pressure on EG to try and keep up.
Now, Josh, in a previous best of 5 that we might have covered, may or may not have said, you're never being quite tested like this before. With a scenic shot over a very famous IGL. Now, that was relating to the pressure, to the circumstances in the grand finals. This is a lower bracket finals. Take it down a notch ever so slightly, but you're tested in a different way if you are EG, because you have to keep up with this pandemonium that is occurring. These are scenarios you're never going to be finding yourself in most of the time in your playing career in Valorant.
Yeah. And there's a lot of pressure on Boostio, just with the way that EG normally plays, because he's such an aggressive Sentinel player. I think back to the game that EG had against Fnatic in the upper bracket finals. He went 0 and 5.
Isn't that tries to use a situation to exploit, like the news? They're not like... So you take a complete bitch like Cardi B, has no idea what's going on. Her career is so in such turmoil, she needs clout off other people suffering. And she's like, he won't go help, blah, blah, blah. He goes to a rock concert, this and that. Tries to use a situation to exploit, like the news. They're not like feeling sorry that my mom has to take care of 2 kids. Not really giving a fuck that my stepdad's probably 99% chance he's dead. That doesn't matter. Doesn't care how we feel. Just trying to like fucking make gains. People like trolling, getting hate mail, all these things. And it's just fucked up. And to have Cardi B behind it, Cardi B, like, fucking grow up, get some class. Like, you're tasteless.
Rather than just decide to face check, CGRS is left with it all to do. And the spike in front of him. Don't think there's too much of a hope here.
Wait.
Look at the economy on PaperX as well. Mind Freak, Devaya really going to struggle to buy here. CGRS saving a rifle is very important for their economy.
You're exactly right. I mean, because of the economy, what a round to do it. To have a turn-up moment, but Boostio picks up 3 because it should, in theory, break this now for PaperX. They got the 1 rifle to carry forwards, but might choose to force up into it, but they'll be scrambling.
They were anticipating EG being stood so much further back. They thought they were going to get that first corner for free, and the flash is posted really deep there from Divine.
I am shocked that PaperX are even able to get some money going. They have no loss bonus reset here. They are just forcing up into this.
Yeah, it's not great though, is it?
3 rifles and 2 stingers. Trying to make the most of it. 1 orb away from the ult, the Seekers, online for Divide. But a presence showcased. They don't opt to... Okay, yeah, I was like, Jing, are you really going to be taking that from Divide? No, he does get off of it.
But this one much more spread out by PaperX. Because they were playing for the ult orb at the beginning and didn't want to end A, it feels different from EG's point of view. Demo1's going to look to make a peek into mid. Mind
So
Freak's been
dangerous.
lurking around here.
There are so many angles that you have to face if you are a player in this spot. Fight's taken. Somebody util. Concern at the back of their minds, of the PaperX players, I think, that could have been a bigger purchase.
this is slowly heading towards Demon 1 and Boostio.
Full setups there online. Forsaken, is he really seeking to try and get something done here? Alone onto the other side of a section. 38 seconds left. Nana Swarms are deaded.
He's done it.
Yeah, Forsaken. He's caught the rotation and caught that timing. And is there really space now for PaperX to pivot and rotate and retreat? Yes, there is. I mean, they are out of there. The decision was made.
Look at Com. I mean, it doesn't really matter what CGRS does over here, because if Com drops the spike and finds a good timing, is he maybe going to collect Forsaken?
He needs to stay alive.
CGRS is fighting World War III on the other side of things.
There's two players here, but really Com just has to be the difference maker to stop this and deny the plan from coming through. Ping into the corner. Doesn't opt to use a snake fight. He just puts his orb down. He gets counter spammed. The plan's down. Oh, he could have been the difference maker. But instead shut down. And the two players that were distracted this entire time, CGRS, by the way, still alive and kicking. Absolute rat behavior from him.
From everybody on PaperX this round. Once more, even the parts of the PaperX attack that don't have any setup behind them, that are purely based on the distraction of their teammates, they find value.
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff there. Forsaken using the pressure that the rest of his team were creating on A to find a lurk timing. Oh. And these EG players just want to keep rifles.
The economy honest. They do have money to buy for next, but maybe just not confident in the financials or mathematics behind it, even though the game does work it out for you.
Take a look at that from Forsaken. Opens up onto Jorgamo while Jing was being pushed back. And Jing in that corner, he got full blinded. And he still swings and gets another one. Everybody on PaperX is good for a round every now and then.
Yeah.
That's what makes them such a dangerous team. Or that's one of the things that makes them such a dangerous team. 2 rounds left in the half.
EG now set to try and disrupt a play towards the orb. I think that Jing's going to be making a play for his ult. He's only one away. But instead, it's towards mid. Alarm bot broken early. Flash through double doors. Fighting. Actually, just a molly held. Clearing close to the corner. Clearly some thought being put into this lineup. Orchestrated. Trailblazer clears through. It's going to be pulling players and leaving EG questioning, wondering where this is really going to land.
Boostio again looks like he could well be the pivot player in this round. He's chosen to take a very aggressive setup. Demon 1 though, on the fight.
Yeah, wow, what an adjustment. Really going for more there. And the dash does get out, well, barely. 51 health, but a heal online.
I mean,
back up.
Forsaken took
God damn, one tap, let's go.
So he didn't meet Boostio, and now he's got a strange amount of map control.
Yeah, he's just so willing.
There's
So
30
a bit
seconds.
of chaos here. There's 30 seconds. What decision is going to be reached? I mean, trying to, again, fake the A presence, I think. A lot of util being expended there. It's grabbed the attention of some of the EG players, but now they're scrambling and scurrying all the way back over towards B. Giving up a lot of space. There's 19 seconds left still. Contacting all the way through. Not giving any sort of indicator. Not a plan for Divide. Close onto the corner inside the smoke. It's all going a bit haywire. Spam onto it. Divide was at the default spot and position. This time Com doesn't give away his life, instead letting the plant go down. Player advantage still to EG. All up. Time being bought now to try and fight themselves through. It's a pull and an attempt into the back of Horse. Mindfreak still alive, but eventually falls. Spam and sprayed. The high-low setup, EG.
Woo!
They salvage it.
This is a fucking match.
There, so 6-5, making the most of that situation when really it was quite all over the place.
Really patient play from EG. Yeah, Com just choosing to spam instead of, you know, over-investing there and plays his life. They go into a 4v3 where PaperX decide to play aggressive post plants. They don't try to play for the pull on the spike, that kind of thing. And EG are just able to group up together and clean it out. Puts them up, minimum an even half. But PaperX have been excellent at being able to bring these back in the second, even if the score does end 7-5. Jing's got an ult though that could blast the B site wide open.
Yeah, I'm all on this for the final round of the half. Jump spot. Scared of the potential of maybe an operator. We'll just get some info.
I mean, and also, look at how good EG have been at getting info over towards A main. On the rounds where nobody challenges there, Boostio goes up, gets the orb, and puts an alarm bot down. They've got 4 players ready to defend B.
Ult coming through. Molly over the top. Snake bite, body block by the dog here. Jing running out of time, can't get the kill. Demon 1 pushing even deeper now, further forwards. Trying to contend with some of the players onto this one. Another flank also occurring. Com is watching for it in Link. He knows there's Cosmic Divide. There could be someone on the other side of things. Demon 1 left to try and solve it, and there's a flank.
Here's another flank.
Halted. Forsaken. Flanks on flanks. It's watched. Boostio this time. Privy to it. Aware of it. 40 seconds left now. Just 2 players. Standing, Mindfreak and Jing. Together. Smokes separating. Dividing up into the site. Cove in the back to give a bit of room to play in, but with the lockdown planted and 28 seconds left, this is a dire situation. EG set up all the way, surely resetting. Lovely work from Mindfreak in the end, but still a little bit too much to overcome. 7-5. It's a scoreline that we're staring at here. That narrow advantage has been found by EG.
Woo! Come on,
They did
EG.
a great job at dealing with the lurks towards the ends of this half. They found the double lurk setup. Here, one from Com, one from Boostio. A big issue that they had to deal with in prior rounds and struggled. PaperX haven't been playing through mid very often on their tournament run in this map. None of the Pacific teams have particularly. So it took EG a while, but they finally figured it out. That's going to put massive pressure on the pistol.
Absolutely it will. Let's send it down to the desk to break it down so far.
Thank you so much, fellas, for that one. 7-5 is the scoreline as we get ready for the half, but immediately the thing that we were talking about before the game and definitely reared its fiery head this time around was Phoenix.
Yeah, it really did start for PaperX with them doing a great job of maximizing orbs for Jing on this Phoenix and building a variety of game plans around it. We saw faster rounds like this one when they forced on round 2 managed to close out with that Phoenix ult, and also some of these slower rounds where they were using it in the late round. I think PaperX showed a lot of depth in this first half, but EG did rally back in those last few rounds.
They did, but we found themselves in fairly familiar territory because this was the exact scoreline that we saw from PaperX when they squared off against NRG. It was 7-5 at the half, them down after starting on the attack, and well, I think we know how that went. It went to overtime, and it was absolutely crazy. So that's all I can hope for this as we get ready to go into the second half.
Yeah, I think bigger picture as well with the adjustment later on in that half from EG. It almost feels like this was the approach all along. EG just wanted to kind of play damage control, damage limitation for the first half here, set themselves up so they're kind of playing with a little less pressure.
PaperX are in this position with a substitute. They're somewhere where no one expected them to be, and they're now a half away from maybe making it into the grand finals, and I think they're in a good position to do it. This double flash comp is great for Flood retaking against Harbor Viper. We'll have to see if they can again rally in a second half to close out, and this time make the finals.
I mean, given what we've been seeing here from either side, the Killjoys, that has been the focus. We'll probably zoom in on that again later on, but CTRS, he's had his moment so far. Now that he gets ready to go over to that defending side as the KJ, we'll see if he can have as much impact as Boostio did.
Pay attention to those retakes. See how EG tries to stop them. This is going to be interesting. Let's send it back over to Brennan Sideshow.
Yeah, the second half of Pearl now, you know, we mentioned it's pivotal in terms of the map to decide it, whether or not we get that continuation in the series all the way to map number 5. But I think for both of these teams, going to be digging at the bottom of the reserves as well. Any sort of energy levels that they can bring back up into this. And I mean, you try and listen, humans are very good at pattern recognition, Josh, but you look at that timing, good luck.
Well, PaperX have committed 4 players to pushing out B as aggressively as they possibly can, driving people into CGRS.
Running all the way back around.
Oh, what a cheeky spot for him to be playing.
Smoke hiding in. Nope, the dog sees him. Anything to spam him out. Any util at all that can clear the way. Damage is being done. Pop flash into it, reloading. He knows he's being pushed. The right click's doing so much damn work, and Ethan claims his prize. Brings him down. Sight opened, wide open. Plan towards the back of it as well. Looks like they want to try and make a go of it. Let's try and play for the back of the site. Flash play through the cove. Slowed down, but not for but a moment here. Still trying to hold on to control of Pit. It's a doubled up. High-low setup. Forsaken isolating one of the fights, and now they want to put the squeeze on Boostio. No, he was here from prior. Collects the 1, collects the 3rd. In the round for him. Low enough, though. Single shot will do it, but eventually shut down Divide. No funny business, not getting away with it.
What a 3K from Boostio. He picks off one of the players, and then gives away his positioning and gets squeezed from both sides, still manages to come up with the goods. He's so frequently the key to EG's success here at Tokyo. And doing all of this whilst IGLing for the team. Supported in that regard by Ethan and Com. But in these fragging roles, sometimes Boostio is just making the difference. He's out here 18-8. And EG managed to win both pistols on this map.
Maybe
Not that it made much difference last time with the force buy.
It really didn't. The prior indicator here has to be the dash to disengage from this one. It is that clash between them. This time, EG actually giving way to Paper Rex. They don't want to take the fight to them, even though they do have the better weaponry. It's a reclaims of the Trailblazer, but they already gave up the prize that was that ult orb. The goal, try and get Jing's ult online.
Still pretty far away though.
Yeah.
The pistol round not successful in the slightest from Paper Rex. And they ended up going for a flank retake setup where EG were extremely cautious looking for the other parts of the flank. They didn't just get roped into looking at A main, they were still paying attention to B Link and Flowers. Look at how bold Forsaken is. He just gets all the info that that's fake pressure towards B. And he can tell the rest of his team to go and stack A.
Yeah, towards mid.
Oh, it's a double pump.
Double pump, double fake. They have pulled the rotations around with this kill collected. CGRS, he falls.
30 seconds left.
Doesn't give away much. Com would be the player lurking in that position. Forsaken realizes it. Oh, I've given up the line. High tide on my face. Time to make the moment happen before him. Shots right to the cranium. Demon 1 falls. He is traded, but my God, what an effort. At this point, they don't really have the guns for it.
No, it looks extraordinarily difficult here. Jing would love to be able to pick some up to get his ult online, but other than that, EG have just got so many defensive tools to use here. Paper Rex may end up just looking to die to Spike, but I would rather try and get their ults online, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
especially for Divine and Jing.
Yeah, they should be making a go of this. Divine trying to play towards them. Plenty of players grouped up and collected. Sheriff in his hands. Can he make much more of it? Brought down. Last two players, Mindfreak Jing, going to be going down to the Spike just to deny a chance of EG really starting to farm up some of those ults.
So another situation where Jing's not really able to get the snowball going. Quite different to the first half, where he had his ultimate to be able to win round 2.
FNS, please retire.
For one of the first times in this series, are in a situation where they can possibly put together something dangerous on the bonus round. Paper Rex have contested them in the second halves by winning pistol.
Team is FNS, team is not.
Earlier in this map, getting a force buy out there.
Paper Rex do it for Korea.
This time, big clash in A main potentially. But EG want none of it. They're just giving them the ult orb.
Yeah, perfectly willing to give them that space, not fight over it. I mean, it doesn't mean that they wait out the molly. Retaking the space now. There's a pull to slow down the Trailblazer. Still clears towards the back of box. Faking like they're taking that A main control.
Yeah, the map control game here looks like it's being played well by EG. Paper Rex have got to be worried about A main, and now they're coming to flush out Forsaken. No support.
Such a brave angle. No support. Oh, he adjusts his aim at the wrong time of it. Flick to the side. There's no waste. Taking himself back up. He's posted back up onto the position. Insanity. From Forsaken, but why not?
There is a very fine line between bravery and foolishness. That may have been on the wrong side of it there. But I gotta say, if he manages to get
he goes the other side, he does fine.
Makes the round look incredibly different.
That was crazy.
Behind the map now, behind the player advantage with the plan down for EG. Set up for that success. And already Paper Rex making a call to back away and save. It's a hard one. Letting these rounds slip away from you. Every instance now as well. These are the moments that leaving yourself kicking because you're thinking, man, didn't even get to play in this one.
Yeah, those are tough rounds for the A players. I'm thinking back, though, to Paper Rex's game on Pearl when they played against NRG. It kind of matched this the whole way through. Up until this, The 7-5 half went up to 9-5, and then PaperX responded. And this was where PaperX really started to get the ball rolling and get some momentum going and put the hurt on NRG. Here, a 5-round deficit with EG's economy still booming, it looks really difficult. It looks set for us to go to a 5th map.
Truly does.
But I know the PaperX don't give up on maps like this.
They'll be throwing everything at them. Timeout. Called here for PaperX.
God damn.
One of the things we haven't really touched on too much as well, Josh, you know, it's whittled it down to our top 3 at Masters Tokyo here, representatives from EMEA, from the Americas, and also Pacific. That's what this fight is really about. Not just to make it all the way to the grand finals, but also a chance to really represent your region there at the grand finals and maybe earn an extra slot for champs.
That would be a major victory for whatever region was able to do it. In terms of the strategy adjustments here from PaperX, it's easier for us to be able to tell we have access to the whole minimap. But what I'm noticing from EG, especially in that prior round, is that they're not fighting for map control early. They're going and taking it away from PaperX after PaperX have done that initial grab for info. So in that round, A main controlled by PaperX, taken away by EG, and then PaperX don't have enough utility to be able to re-clear that area instantly. And EG find that timing to pivot to the other side of the map. So sometimes it's not as good to have early map control as to save your utility to re-clear it once the attackers have been in that area. Especially if you think they're going to pivot a lot instead of re-hitting. Well, that's an early push.
Yep, straight through mid. Good luck trying to catch that one still.
And Jing goes for the re-clear there.
Yeah, and it's Jing who catches the bullet to the head.
Yeah, because EG are ready for it.
So 4 versus 4, still holding the angle here. They expect and anticipate this re-clearance. Really playing anti-flash as a pull to punish. An attempt of it, but really no one can really close the gap.
But look at how different this is in terms of map control. PaperX now have all of that area over towards A main, and that's info.
But they had to give up mid as a result of it. You can see how passive the players are playing. It's Forsaken just looking to try and contain in case somebody is in mid. Barreling forwards now, EG. Laying claim to this area of the map, towards the site. Snakebite at the back here, spam through, onto the wall. They're walking right into him. It's a crossfire setup where people are just given individuals, and it's a spray and chance of random luck that has given this advantage to PaperX.
But the plant is down, and Jorgamo, if he finds a position, finds a safe timing, he might be able to get off a reckoning. It is tough from this spot, though, because he'll never feel safe.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to give away his positioning at all here. He's just holding his ground with the rifle. No time to really pull it out here. Never a chance to make him feel safe. Come! That is insane. How's he pulling that one out? Precision. But eventually shut down. Divide drops to the floor. Tap onto it, running around, aimlessly hunting for Jorgamo, that last remaining player. And time, enough on the clock here. Round win for PaperX. It's been a while for these guys. They earned a bit of respite, but yeah, not quite anymore. It's like 400 push-ups. They're going to be feeling it tomorrow, by the way, guys. That's dangerous stuff. You're not going to be able to lift any objects.
I mean, it doesn't get any better for them either. This is either a PaperX comeback, where they put more and more rounds on the board, or it goes to 5 and they have to keep doing push-ups as PaperX play a whole other map.
Yeah.
And what was this as well, though?
You can't even see anything, man.
No,
I mean,
that's disgusting.
nasty.
And doesn't win them the round. So EG tried the same kind of stuff, a fight in A main, a quick pivot to B. Now they're mixing it up. Everybody slowly collecting in the B side of
Trap
Pearl.
play off of Forsaken. Forsaken's holding contact. They have 2 people holding flashes in case.
Yeah.
And I think what... Okay.
They're just trying to bait
down to the
people
point.
into them.
Yeah, it's slowed down to the point. I mean, this is going to be baiting a fight. Up front and personal. The firing line holds it. It's a pre-fire wide swing onto the corner. Jing brought down, taken out. Divide, got to second guess that now. Both teams getting themselves out of there.
And a little impatient perhaps from PaperX. But as the defenders, they're constantly worried about gaps in their defense. People walking through mid, you know, B-link. And it forced them to make some kind of aggressive play. EG just holding for it. And in the right place at the right time, too. Now, the contact re-clear of A main.
Well, it's just a fake again that they're taking control of it. But with Mindfreak pushed up this hard...
Yeah, they can call their bluff.
Yeah, absolutely.
the issue here is, I don't think CJRS is going to rotate off. So even though they know it's heading towards B, there's still only 2 players able to defend.
Forsaken holds the line. Wide face, he fell asleep at the wheel. Demon 1 takes him out, wins the aim duel. Here's the Reckoning now. Parting away onto the site here. There's a Nana Swarmer flash, everything being expended just to take the space towards it. Devi tucked to the corner. He feels like he has to make a play, you can feel it. Side by side, shoulder to shoulder. Sky players not deciding to step past the smokes. Mindfreak is going to be spotted there on that flank here. Devi still pushing forwards now on the corner. Tap, trying to force the util, but Joggermar pushes forwards and presses his advantage. All the way grouped up, trying to watch onto the flank. They had a player there, Mindfreak. He was offered an isolated 1 versus 1, but the time is now running a little bit too short for this one. Quick jump spot, Com crouched down, holding close, not revealing anything. And the round is won. Mindfreak, not enough time to really get a jog on as well and move all the way over there. This is EG taking it away, bringing themselves up to 11.
Oh, Mindfreak comes out on top in the end there. But it is a consolation, a silver lining to a dark rain cloud hovering over the top of PaperX. EG have just controlled the tempo in a way that they haven't been able to exactly on some of these prior maps. But any aggression from PaperX is getting stifled. And broadly speaking, Boostio's been able to call the right site to end on. And the right timings too. The mid part of Pearl, unexplored. No, just completely unknown territory for either team.
I've seen this before. Watching the Pacific teams try and play it, but here's something that we haven't seen in quite some time. Updraft play with the flash, set it up. A chance. Yeah, very much nearly. Forsaken, of course he wants to go for it again.
Well, this is the problem. If they allow them the whole of B long, then the lockdown can come through, and the lockdown will buy space for the Viper's Pit.
And there it is.
So they want to try and contest this location early, because otherwise, you get put in a very tough spot.
Yeah, Forsaken doesn't really have any gun or tool to try and dissuade and push us back. Can't go for any attempt of it. 2 knives left, needs a refresher. Plant starting to go down into the cone, pushing forwards, does get a refresher, traded all the way. Trying to take some space towards the back of the site. Demon 1 is not letting anything loose. Shorty to the face to buy, none the wiser. Mindfreak left alone. Is that 1 versus 3? Enough stars that he can sow a bit of chaos, but as soon as one player takes contact, Demon 1 will shut it down.
Good trades from Demon 1 there. Punishing the PaperX players
Oh
that tried to get
my
aggressive.
god, comeback 14-12. That would be fucking crazy.
They need to deal with the early push, and then the lockdown will control things, and then they need to deal with that secondary push as the pit is getting deployed. And after that, the ults will do their work. Very controlled map from EG.
EG Indian Pride, yes. Yes, sir.
The PaperX were just able to beat NRG in ridiculous fashion in overtime to set up for this match. Very impressive performance here from Evil Geniuses.
Living up to the standard of play you'd expect of the last remaining representatives of America in Masters Tokyo. Over the top. Corner being spammed, dash to back away. There was an alarm bot there. I think they were worried about a trap play. It did get triggered for but a moment.
And there was a trap play set up. Double flashes again off somebody's contact. These trap plays have not really been
Viper knows. Viper knows. Viper knows. Viper knows.
Incredible diligence.
Forsaken's getting pushed into a locker in this game too. All of
Oh
his
god.
He's having his lunch money taken.
They don't know what to do.
You have to go hungry, I think. Save it for map 5.
Oh, they don't know what to do.
And more. 1 round.
What the fuck is this?
Mindfreak is going to hear this like a stampede heading towards him.
And he's got to do so much here. But does the corner get cleared? It does.
Wow.
No chances.
Boostio aware of it. Out in the open. Runner back taken away. Jing. Nana Swarm at his feet. There are just no gaps in the play. EG. Sheer domination on display here. Reckoning, flash over the top. Divide pushing forward, seeks to deny. The right click's not doing enough. Everybody falling. It's just down to Jing. Spam into the corner. 5 seconds remaining. Needs to stay alive. It's not possible. Map 5, we are going there.
Oh my god, dude.
Limiting Paper X with their Phoenix comp,
This is
which
fucked
so many
up.
teams have struggled with, limiting Paper X to only 6 rounds. On top of that, only 6 bullets. Something we were talking about was so topsy-turvy on split.
Motherfucker.
Me ain't like them, never keep it real in the ends. Never leave crib where the ends. Me and that kid, we don't even need to pretend. Me and them boys, we ain't friends. We ain't like them, never keep it real in the ends. Never leave crib where the ends. Me and that kid, we don't even need to pretend. Me and them boys, we ain't friends. Flashback, before you got mad, then he didn't crack that. In and out of Dolo in a new mask. To the boys were on him and he crashed that. Till they came back, man, I don't act like. Heads off, yeah, all of that one pack. I could be anywhere, feeling alright. Till the game when the head is so mad at. I'm like, flashback, before you got mad, then he didn't crack that. In and out of Dolo in a new mask. To the boys were on him and he crashed that. Till they came back, man, I don't act like, 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 if you know about if you know about
up right now.
Always felt like my vision been bigger than a bigger picture. Crazy how you gotta wait until it's dark out to see who really with you. Crazy how even when it miss you, shit'll come back around to get you. Crazy like all my niggas. Crazy like all my niggas. Remember I deleted all my other girls' numbers out the phone for you. Remember when you had to take the bar exam I drove in the snow for you. Yeah, you probably don't remember half the shit a nigga did for you. Yeah, you ain't really fuck with me way back then, but how about now? Cause I'm up right now, and you suck right now. Oh, you thought you had it all figured out back then, but how about now? Cause I'm up right now, and you suck right now. Yeah, you thought the little effort that you put in was enough, girl, how about now? Yeah, girl, how about now? How about now, girl? What about now, girl? How about now? Yeah, always been daddy's little angel. I bought your dad a bunch of shit for Christmas, he ain't even say thank you. I had no money left from acting, I was focused on the music. I used to always try and burn your CDs and my new shit. You be like, who's this? I be like, me, girl. You be like, oh, word, true shit. Then ask if we could listen to Ludacris. Them car rides made me feel like I was losing it. Yeah, made me feel like I ain't have it like that. I was average like that. Started drinking way more than I used to. People form habits like that, girl. Yeah. Man enough to tell you I was hurt that year. I'm not even Christian, I still went to church that year. Guess I just had to pretend that year. I ain't even see my friends that year. Places that I should've been. You ain't really fuck with me way back then, but how about now? Cause I'm up right now, and you suck right now. Oh, you thought you had it all figured out back then, girl, how about now? Cause I'm up right now, and you suck right now. Yeah, you thought the little effort that you put in was enough, girl, how about now? Yeah, girl, how about now? How about now, girl? What about now, girl? How about now?
flow and edit it up at the same time. You know, check it out. Check me. Y'all cats like to stress them chicks, impress them chicks, spend money to dress them chicks. I sex them chicks and send them home. Corleone, known to be stoned. When I bone, I'm rubbered up. Case the chick full blown. The other night around 8 p.m. Pockets crazy slim, jumped out the gray BM. Went to the ATM, took a foul out. Then later on I had to wild out in the club. Knocked some kid and his pal out. Afterwards went to the restroom, pissed her style out. Now I'm thinking, what chick number I could dial out? Cause it's L, the Harlem Pimp, baby. For real, I got more dimes than that Sprint lady, and that's ill. Player haters be giving me harsh looks, but I'm trying to sell records like Garth Brooks. So F them all, when it's cold, I throw the skelly on. Illegal chips keep my celly on. Mega ice is what I'm heavy on. If it ain't Cristal, boo, I guess it's Perignon. If the 9-9's too tight, I throw some jelly on. Try to tax, watch the 9 mil burst. I've been off the scene over 2 years and cats is still thirst. They hear Big L drop an ill verse. So all you unsigned cats that wanna battle, get a deal first. I sport the bulletproof, fitted hat. That attitude, you better get rid of that. Wherever you floss is where you go get it at. What? Stay strapped, go to sleep with my steel. Making figures while you broke cats is keeping it real. Ellis rap most live as cat. Getting stacks while you asking people, do you want fries with that? I rob fags in the staircase, no mask, bare face. The one police wouldn't dare chase. Keep my gear laced. Do I walk around without cash? No way, pal. Word up. My money longer than the OJ trial. Down.
I need time to do that.
Sucking on a penis. I was sucking on a penis.
Oh, wow. These are nice big ones.
This is Valorant. Yeah, no, I forgot to change it on Kick. A little too lazy to go and do it now. You know what I'm saying? One of those things. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, what? There's so many new things. There's supposed to be something over here we're supposed to do. Sucking on the penis. Sucking on the penis. It's down.
We can always use a strong back, but your talents, truthfully, I've been hoping to visit my sister and her newborn up. A lot of folks round here would feel better with someone like you.
Dude, I got that. I got that. My job. Oh fuck, I went the wrong way. Oh, I went the wrong way.
No, I'm not all right. Just look at the color of her bark. The poor tree. My she needs a piece of her mother. The great oak of time. I'd search that darkness myself.
I gotta fuck that thing up, dude. Alright, we're gonna 50 bandits. I could TP right there. Do that. We're gonna level up, and then we're gonna watch the rest of that Valorant match, and then we're going to bed. Chucking on a penis. They were sucking on the penis. 50 minutes doesn't take that long. Yeah, it'll be perfect. Do this quick. Do this quick. We're gonna watch the rest of the Valorant match, EG versus PRX, and then we're going to bed.
I need time to do that. I'm gonna try and finish Hogwarts this weekend. That's a big time goal. I want to finish up Hogwarts, beat the story.
time to do that.
Everyone gather up. Everyone gather up. Oh. My keyboard does a thing when I level up. That's actually fucking so sick. That was actually the coolest fucking thing ever. Sucking on the penis. Sucking on the penis.
My thanks, Wanderer. I cannot.
Look at that, brother. Visit your fucking family. Sucking on the penis. This happened a couple nights now. I've been watching too much of the fucking Masters, dude. I'm very intrigued by it. It's cool to watch.
EG, you've got to be careful in these kind of situations. You do not want your own Miracle Thrifty.
Are we okay? Hello?
Round to be thrown back in your face.
Oh.
Weird circumstances with all this B main control. I mean, the haunt over the top, used for the dart.
Yeah, EG are very spread out without actually controlling too much of anything.
Yeah, they've lost mid control on the defense side still for PaperX, but the door's been closed. And so, it's Demon Wonders pushed up in that advanced alert position. EG love to do this. Yeah, they do it often, but he's going to have to break the doors and have any sort of impact in here, and that requires a distraction from his team. That's what this is for now towards B.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
No command, ripping forwards. There needs to be a bailout here. Jing close to the corner. He's going to get cleared. He still gets the one as well. Shots are fired. Through.
Look at that, Raz.
Win the day.
And CGRS there with just a small mistake. He was holding his Fade ultimate, tried to use it, and it got taken away from him. So
Oh, what the fuck is that smoke? Oh, Dom, where you at? Dom, watch that.
That's really taken the sting out of this round. And you're right, Bren, watch out for those Demon 1 lurks. He'll play entry with them sometimes, and hard lurk at other times on the attack side, even with an operator in his hand. It's one of the big changes that EG have made to their Ascent gameplay that caused them to be able to beat the best teams in the world.
Mind freak here, I mean, trying to get away with something. Possibly some kills as they're all collected into the corner.
Austin! Brother man.
Necessary rounds to make it a bit more even here. Starting on their attack side, it's the least favored side in theory. Why it would have been just absolutely awful for them to get that 0-4 beginning in terms of the rounds, winning that Thrifty, getting it moving into something else. Big ults online for PaperX though.
Including the Nightfall, which they weren't able to use into the null command on the previous, and set up for a 3-player clash in A main. Now, PaperX have been frequently pressuring the wings of the map, the extremities, and EG have been able to deal with it. Mindfreak got caught in this spot before, on the pistol round.
Going for wine aggression again. Jing is the one who's playing hyper-aggressive here, but surely the smallest piece of util will punish this. Orb tap, one-way renew. Jing's not there. It's not synced up at all. Mindfreak now is left to just hold his position. Paranoia attempting to reposition once more. Has the TP here. Com, does he want to go for it? He was thinking about it. Hunter's Fury in his back pocket.
He didn't realize how fat that ult would have been. Three
How
players grouped
fat
up on
that
PaperX,
would have been.
completely open. Only CGRS pressuring B. There's no one to punish CGRS though, and the deeper he gets, the more confident PaperX can be. It's an A re-hit.
That's why they're playing so close. Lockdown. Not work though. PaperX, you have to respect this one. Not much to break it. Hello, Mindfreak.
Oh,
he's behind them.
He could have a free kill there on Jorgamo, but he just didn't spot the timing.
This is not heard for. Forsaken from the heaven position. 2 kills claim before going down to the nade, and still it's this double flank. This setup all the way around here. Com has to try and at least stop this one. Clears it with a slide off angle. Expects the second player. They don't know where Mindfreak is. Spike eventually planted. Com seeks to reposition now, waiting it out. Here's the footsteps, a bit of a soundbait from him. Very intelligent plays all over the place.
Woo!
Very nicely handled from EG. There was a ton of danger in that round, but it all starts with them picking apart an A main control. Play from PaperX that just didn't really seem to make too much sense. I mean, they're tucking Mindfreak away into Wine and just having Jing swing off for Paranoia contact. It's so awkward. And as soon as Forsaken goes down here to the nades,
okay.
Com's got the other two. He's waiting back here in order to use his Sova ult. And Com's so good for that, neutralizing the threat.
Yeah, not only watching the flank attempts, but he's got his ult as well, just in case they did play for a full retake on the side.
Let's get it, baby.
And this is the issue, playing against EG on Ascent. They're so dangerous on attack side. They'll come up with game plans to pick you to pieces.
Yeah. They got levels to it.
It really does look like they're very aware here. It's somewhat similar to their game plan on Pearl. They're going to pressure over towards A. They're waiting for some kind of take to happen. Trying to find the holes in what PaperX are doing. Because PaperX are not as thorough with the utility. Their strengths lie elsewhere. So EG are forcing them to lean more into EG's game. Slower tempo, much more about how the utility is being used. Still haven't found a way of being able to use this Nightfall. Tried to get value out of it quite a bit earlier.
Knocked down to the worst weapon.
Yes.
This is EG making a go of it. They can grab a lead as well on their attack side. I mean, okay. Sky's the limit. It was a poor beginning, but yeah.
Yeah, they've only played one best-of-5 before in this team's history. Which they ended up losing. Where's Forsaken off to? It's like a delayed tiles crunch.
Yeah, really delayed. Demon 1 plucks him out of the sky. Boosting him from behind. Has to be the second level to it, but not to be so. 2 players fall. down towards Tiles. I know CGRS is there, and this is a bit of a pivot and an attempt by EG, but they're just going to be taking up the space towards A anyway. Com will be that backstab.
Com's in danger.
He is in danger.
He's
Tucked
found
to
the timing.
corner. Yeah, he's able to get back to safety here. So the plant will go down again. Exactly the same points, Josh, that we were bringing up a little bit prior with Com playing that far back. He's got the Hunter's Fury to be that extra level to it.
Right, and he's looking for any flanks happening for the retake.
There's a kill though. Tavai stepping on the gas. Nightfall now scatters through. Jorgamo not caught! Sprayed! Transfer! Jorgamo! Oh my!
What a play. Tucked himself in the corner away from the Nightfall, cleans up 3 easy ones. Paper Rex had no idea that he was there. Trusted that Nightfall, absolutely. And it was a half buy. But after Tavai opens up the round like this, or opens up the retake, I should say, everybody at Paper Rex chomping at the bit to try and make this one a reality.
Yeah, those are the moments you dream of. Makes the most of that round, a slight gap in the util. And here's that round advantage, granted to EG. Operator online for Forsaken. Fast plays now. This is a tent, isn't it? All the way through, there's a haunt off of it. Wasn't dealt with, but Jin gets counter spam.
Excellent counter to that play from EG. We've seen some teams run similar versions of it, but that was a very quick reaction. They're just getting advantages by neutralizing what Paper Rex is trying to do.
It's all just been a slow beginning for EG.
It's all about the counter punch.
Yeah, wait and see.
Or stopping the punch.
Hunter's Fury, offloaded. Let rip towards, into tree. Trying to clear a path and a way back into it. Shot misses, goes wide, Forsaken. Well, granted the kill, instead it's all going topsy-turvy. EG, massive player advantage.
And Com's constantly here, watching for anybody trying to backstab. Coming through Gelato, coming through mid, Com's got your number.
Already thinking ahead to try and take these weapons out of their hands.
Yeah.
Already. You can see how fast he was on the flank there.
EG are hyper confident here. They're calling the save so early. And looking to hunt, looking to punish.
Right. Oh, there's an angle. Damage done. Door's broken. Tucked towards lane. Forsaken just covering it. There's a shot landed. Hey, there's the punish. Do they still want to go for this? Still try and take away these guns. It might be worth it. Plenty of money in the bank to try and make a play towards it. Spam down, Forsaken. Jump spot, round the side, round the corner. Yeah, eventually cornering him. That was the goal for them. Take the operator out of his hands. 2-round lead. Now built here for G. Look at that. Beautiful. Where would a counter spam?
Yeah, such a good idea to start this out. And EG have got an avalanche of momentum. You can see it in the way that Alex is responding. This match is slipped right away from Paper Rex. Defense side on ascent.
Usually where you're going to be favored, but well, Team in 1. Absolute shutdown and stopper put to any sort of statistics here because this is EG running away with their attack side. First kill.
And these first kills have so consistently been going the way of EG. Anything Paper Rex tries to do to generate an advantage in the early round, even on maps that Paper Rex was winning, it wasn't working. On average in this series, EG have been plus 4.5 in first kills to first deaths. 4 or 5 first kills more than your opponent. Credit to Paper Rex that it's even this competitive here in map 5. To be able to battle back with that kind of adversity.
We mentioned it earlier, yeah. They are just statistical anomalies.
But at some point the numbers are going to catch up with you. Especially if you're having to battle through every slow round like this. With only 4 people to cover the whole map on defense.
Flash repeat, and play is cooked up in the midst of it.
Oh no.
CGRS!
Oh no.
Where's the pistol round play that we saw prior? Can't hit the shots. Jorgamo, he's in the back lines. TPs. Paper of his life, doesn't actually know where these players are. Still through the box, paranoid up, wider face still, yet again, but damage was done prior.
And Divide just baiting, expecting everybody else on EG to be here.
The bait and switch, Divide containing Mind Freak, he might have put a stop to this. No, spammed through the wall. Time was running really damn short there, but they've got to hold back onto this one. Res online, looks like there might be an attempt to play for this one. Paper Rex throwing everything into it. Layers are weak. You can understand why. No command now. Waves emanating, catching. No
Yeah, could've swear I brought my shit in.
Demon One has immediately shut that one down. Heaven's watched for. Too many layers to it. Too much safety in the numbers of EG and confidence in their aim to hold the ground.
And the desk were talking about it, but this demon has been unleashed from hell. 11-4. Taking over in the server. I mean, look at that. Oh, so confident. It's only a Marshall on the other side, and had it been an operator, Forsaken would have landed the kill.
That's ridiculous,
But
though.
these shots are just insane.
Didn't catch it initially, but as soon as I heard the dash and the kill feed light up, I was like, okay, well, this guy's on it. He's locked in.
And now op v op as we head into round 10. A little wall boost to post Forsaken up, looking towards mid, where Com's been playing. But Demon One's going to start the round out slowly, watching B.
Already into it. Ethan earning his ult. And yeah, this wall boost has been a position and a play that's been done quite some time, actually. I remember Scream pulling this off in 2021.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people used to run Sage on this map back in the day. But it's a bit of a weird composition now, certainly not meta. You know, no Killjoy on the defense side as well is definitely going to skew your expectations for which side is favored, but usually teams are still able to put up very respectable performances.
So Diligence is shown here with the util, clearing to be with the Paranoia. Forsaken. Onus is on him to see if he can hit some of these shots as well and return with the fire. Blind, spam, the shots, they're rattling, but no recipients, no targets to be found and collected. Instead it is to still on CJRS towards the back of the site, but all the smokes are watched.
EG with such exceptional diligence there. Demon One stuck in a position.
Demon One, man!
Trying to frag his way out.
Still getting away with it. Only the one though before traded. Jump spot, damage done, rifle picked up and exchanged. 2v3. A chance to maybe win it.
But almost a frantic tone to the way that Paper Rex is moving around here.
Spam onto the corner. It's a common position and Bustio is dealt with. Here's the knives. Here's the updrafts. At work. Through into the corner. Jorgamo shuts it down before it gets away. Too much more to Vi. It's an impossible task, an impossible scenario. It's a 1v2. Nobody's giving him a clean fight. Nobody's giving him a fair fight. Running rings around him because they know time is of the essence and he's got none of it, man. None of it at all.
EG are absolutely running away with this final map. I've seen Paper Rex pull off some ridiculous stuff across this run, across their previous tournament runs as well. They're a very experienced team in BO5, but this has got to shake you. Oh. Demon One looks like he's absolutely on fire. The game plan is working perfectly. The slow play pace dismantling. All of the early picks going the way of EG. How do they respond? How can Paper Rex get anything out of this?
2 chances left in the half. The money's not good. It's a half buy. They're having to buy and save for the next, for the final round. Here's the timing once more taken with the drone over the top, lighting him up. Forsaken, he has to use the dash to disengage. He's still locked into the corner. Bustio was waiting for the audio cues. He heard the cross. It's going to take magic. Dig themselves out of this hole. Needs to be a massive moment. Shot through the wall, that landed, that connected, straight to the head, flash to set them up, push him back in, it's dismantled in an instant.
And they hear the classic EG play again, leave Demon One posted up in B main so they can entry from the opposite side to the initiators. The pinch comes through and Jing left reeling. Doesn't know where the hit's coming from.
Yeah. Head on a swivel.
It's fluid! It's
everything, man.
Absolutely fluid from EG. Brutalizing Paper Rex here. And now you're seeing how this team was able to dismantle Loud in that 13-5 victory.
Take a look at that timeline. A string of rounds, 8 in a row for EG. Paving the way in red.
Looking like they are on a warpath towards their first grand finals ever and a rematch with Fnatic.
They won it. Vengeance is in the air, man. Final round of the first half. No reason to change up too much more. EG have been doing a bit of a flash dart repeat on this one. Similar again, updraft play. No command's actually going to be forced out by PaperX. Takes away the knives. Do they still want to fight fair? They main control, they don't really have the util for it. There's a flash, pop flash underhanded, winning out that duel, but a paranoia meets them. They have to back away and respect it. Avoiding it, aim's reset enough. It's a little bit strained. All over the top, Jing! No way, when does this smoke fade? And meanwhile, players looking away into mid, out in the open, Hunter's Fury clearing it. Boostio, he was called out and he was dealt with there by Mindfreak. This is for the round here. Sometimes takes a bit of chaos has been sewed into it. A lot of individuality on show.
PaperX looking good to be able to get the fourth. Where a pistol round, a bonus round, something like that might be able to save things. Jing with a repush.
Has to. There was a sound bait. Good awareness. Just with a jiggle. Good trade from Com. The drop down to 59 health. Has the dart. 25 seconds left. Setting his sights towards the A side. Damage. So much of it being done. Can't quite land enough shots as well to do the job and bring down the opposition. It's all waiting for him. No winning in that scenario. So, 4 rounds earned through sweat and tears for PaperX. 4 rounds could be enough.
PaperX will be hoping that it is. The belief in themselves, I'm sure, won't falter.
Let's send it down to Yinsu with a special guest as well. Interview down on the floor.
Thank you very much, Saisho and Brent. What a great half that was for EG, and I'm joined by Boostio's mom, one of the great EG supporters here in the arena. First of all, Kelly, you know, they managed to bring it back the map before as well, and they're doing great here. So how are you feeling?
Oh, I am so pumped. I'm so excited. It's Doll's birthday, so we're going to win this for him at least.
Oh, I think they're going to win it for all the fans that are supporting them as well.
Absolutely.
And speaking of those fans, a lot of people, you know, doubted this team coming into this tournament. So what have you made of their journey and the fact they're able to get this far?
Never give up, never surrender is my son's motto. And I'm just so impressed and hyped and can't believe I'm here. This is amazing country. Everybody is so sweet. And I'm just living a dream.
Oh, I think he's living the dream as well. I'll bet. And speaking of Boostio, you know, how do you feel, how proud are you of the fact that he's not just winning, but he's leading his team to success?
It is amazing. It has been a roller coaster. So him doing this well and the team supporting him just means all the world to this mom.
Well, I mean, in terms of that, how much would it mean to you, and do you think what it would mean to him as well, to be able to win today and reach a grand finals here in Tokyo?
I would die.
Please don't.
No, I literally am amazed and so pumped, and everybody and rooting for all of us. Couldn't ask for more.
If you could say anything to him right now, you know, he's up there, what would you say?
Boostio, you know I love you. Keldon boy.
Keldon boy.
Rocking our names. I appreciate it.
You drunk?
I love you, boy.
They've got this. They've got this. Thank you so much, Kelly, for joining me. EG,
Oh, can we get an update on the fucking capacity of this computer?
Left alone, as he has been in so many situations on this map. Just in an unwinnable spot. Thoughts rushing through his head of how
We weren't even caught up, so.
The round, in some sense, being a microcosm of the map, because it's slipping away from PaperX. It looked good to start there. A lot of pressure, but EG were ready to solve it. Flash recon combo, people spamming through all over in the blink of an eye.
A relatively standard setup here by EG. You know, you have Demon 1 close to the corner, taking his time with it. Ethan seeking as well to help out. You can see the pop flash there. I'm pretty sure Com fires his dart as well from spawn when he knows that his pressure's coming in over towards A.
Yeah. And they completely dismantle that Paper X push. Ethan with a groan. He's about the only player on EG that's used to situations like this. So if it's doing that to Ethan, what's it going to be doing to the rest of them?
Barreling forward, straight down Cat, taking a fight turn, but enough to reset. Demon 1. He's out for blood. He's hunting for more. 2 away. Ace on the cards, but denied.
Denied his chance at a clip. But it'll take a bit more than that for Paper X to deny his chance at a grand final. They're closing in. Tightening the net around Mindfreak and Devi.
Cutting noise, but a spike out in the open. Really no chance. It has to be
anything away.
Insane shot for the high-low setup. Doubled up, another face round the side. That is going to be 10 rounds now for EG. On the precipice, on the brink.
For Demon 1, top of the scoreboard currently, 19-7. This is his first big event ever in Valorant. He's played the playoffs in Americas, of course, but in terms of global competition, he didn't even come to lock in.
No.
Everybody else, basically, in franchising, got their opportunity to dip their toes in the waters early and feel out what a stage like this is like. Not Demon 1. Does it appear to have hurt him? Not at all. He's risen to the occasion.
Stepping up when his team needed it. Fast. Off to the side here. It's a cheeky wall over the top. Demon 1 was separated. Removed. A lot of util being expended and sent towards the back of the site. Com trying to anchor from that position. He's slowed down to a crawl. So, just like that, an immediate answer of Paper X. Won't be as easy as a path as you might have intended, because that is flawless. All the weapons staying alive. Players healthy.
And that's a very common exec by Paper X, one that they were running a lot of the time over in Pacific. The wall boost up, people flooding in, applying a ton of pressure onto the players hard anchoring the site. This an anti-bonus, so Paper X had better weaponry, and Mindfreak making sure that there wasn't a push coming through mid. One of the most common counters to a team that runs a B-pop like that is going to be to push 2 players, maybe even 3, out through mid to flank B main. Here instead, this looks like some kind of recon spam setup over towards tiles.
Flash. Demon 1's pushed off again. Is this the exact same play, really?
Yep.
Ultimate. See the util being cycled now to try and get themselves into the site, but no one really pathing towards the back of it. Kill was found with Devi falling.
It feels like Forsaken was almost waiting for a flash to be able to push further.
He's in danger. Forsaken's really in danger here. Is there going to be the squeeze from behind? The answer is a little bit delayed here. Smoke at his feet. Demon 1 can take a clean fight, but finally the dart lights him up.
The utility's so good from EG.
Cigarettes, okay. CJRS finding the 2. Shucked up, bringing him down. And Jing has to get off his perch. Away from the wall. TP, it's a fake out. Jorgamo! He's teaching him a very harsh lesson.
You don't gotta do it to him like that.
Yeah, that's just nasty.
What's the reason he's pulled
Wow.
Fake out. Depths of TikTok or something. I don't know, man. I don't know, but
the Jorgamo play, seen it in Americas.
Yeah.
But look at this, how well they put the squeeze down onto Forsaken. And that.
Wow.
Yeah, you can barely believe it.
Wow, that's such a sick play.
And listen,
Lower bracket finals.
Imagine what's going through the EG players' heads right now. They're 2 rounds away from making it to the grand finals.
Credit to the players immediately coming up with an answer as well to disrupt that B hit when it was coming through. Just lost a round to it this time. At least in a prior round, absorbing it. Here's a drone. Com's going to be spotting out Forsaken. Down mid. Odin at play, Odin at work. Alarm bot, spam off the contact. Narrow angle for Demon 1. Takes it, pushed back. There's going to be flanks all over the place here. And Forsaken has found this timing. Disrespect showcased. Wow. Jiggle peeked. I think this is spotted.
Doesn't. Oh.
Yeah, Jorgamo was actually just trying to set up. Oh! Oh my! They weren't aware of it. The paranoia just a little bit too deep.
Brilliance from Forsaken.
Boostio anchored towards the back, holding it. Judge in his hand. Do you dare claim him? Do you dare try to clear him out? It's a face together. It nets them the kill. And at this point, Ethan left to back away here. Unwinnable. Facing the wrong way. 4 for Forsaken.
Not allowed to save. Not at all. What a play by Forsaken, though. He finds the perfect timing through on a very similar play to one that you might expect to see from Demon 1 on the attack side, becoming the lurking jet. But the fact that he also swings and deletes Com. They need more of that from him. They are going to rely on Forsaken so heavily to get this deficit back under control. And it's still all fun and games for EG. They don't really believe the comeback's possible for PaperX on the attack side. But this round, it's a gamble. They're all over towards B. It's the wrong side of the map, so PaperX are going to get a very easy plant and post-plant here.
Now, they did spend all their util with this exec. That's the downside of playing so quickly at the beginning, is that, okay, when you realize there's nobody on the site, you kind of just used all those key pieces of util. Wall, propped up against the door. It's going to be really difficult to chew through when you don't have the weapons for it.
Yeah, that kind of wall is just impenetrable, essentially.
That's how you go. Didn't realize they were already up on the line. It's Demon 1 to answer. Smoke prop down, Divide close to the corner. This is getting a bit dicey, a bit dangerous. There needs to be containment, and there it is. 2 players left standing now.
Flash recon.
Dart, yep. Great combo, blinded up, yet Forsaken, he is dealing with it well enough, lighting them up, disrespect being showcased. Everyone's hunting and trying to scramble for the final kill.
But despite the fact that that took a few rifles out of the hands of PaperX, their economy is still looking in a good spot. Within 4 rounds now. And PaperX's composition, it doesn't have that killjoy. It's still really effective on the attack and defense side. It's perhaps a bit more of a balanced composition, you could argue, than the meta comp that EG are running. But EG are on the favored side of this map. One where most teams are going to be able to rack up many rounds in a row. PaperX would need to take the ults that they've earned and turn them into a snowball here.
It's all in again. Nightfall to the back. Scores a backside of it. No one's suspecting it. Forsaken, who's right over the top. Not sure if it's a Nightfall or what. Com seeks to equalize, unleashing the Hunter's Fury, and does connect it onto Jing,
who was on top of the wall again. So anticipating the play, they know what it looks like right now from PaperX. They're just choosing to play full retake with no command.
Yeah, Ethan's got that one. Lets it loose. Pushing them back, no util to be used in this instance. Already just starting to flood the way back into the site. Has to be the big moment. Demon 1. This guy is just spectacular. It's 3 for him to buy. He's left towards main, but not for much longer. Full defuse, and EG, they could feel it. Tension's running high, but maybe they can start to breathe a sigh of relief. That is the 12th round earned for them.
Match point gain for Evil Geniuses in only their second ever best of 5. They have 5 opportunities now to be able to head to a Grand Finals rematch. And the anime arc will continue. Them a second shot at taking down the Titan. The big dogs. The big bad at the end. And the belief must be absolutely flowing in the camp currently. EG can feel it. It's within touching distance. The biggest moment of their careers.
Will there be the nuance from PaperX? They've been all in at the beginning of almost every single one of these. No strangers to it now. You can see pushing into mid, close to the corner, sprayed down but traded. Player advantage this time to PaperX. It was a different turn of events.
And Ethan
bait the reswing.
Ethan alone. It looks like an A split where he's going to be under incredible pressure here.
It's Ethan to try and finalize. Shut this down before it gets going. Prowler, flash over the top. That's caught onto a multitude of players. Nade, barreling forwards. Heaven control is dealt with. Com's still there, pushing the issue and forcing the fights towards him. Can't stand up to it, but the spike is going to be denied. Boostio. It's brought it into a 1v2. Rez is available. Jing wants to use it. Don't want this round to escape them.
Boostio's going for the big wraparound play here. Has he found the timing early enough? I mean, for some reason, PaperX seemed to think he could be back up at Heaven here.
Yeah.
I think the wall would have blocked that from happening.
It is being watched out. Just an angle, but now he knows exactly where he is. Mindfreak holding the cross, Shorty in his hand. extension of play in the series. We keep going.
4 opportunities. These are going to tick down, and EG, their economy is not in a great spot. Probably the best decision here would be for EG to take an eco round. But then the score, you're thinking 12-9. And suddenly, all of the laughing on the EG side of the camp, the carefree attitude, you might see some doubts start to creep in.
Might start to fade away.
PaperX have got to keep it absolutely clean, literal perfection from them, round after round being put up on the board. But as they get closer, the mental pressure on EG is going to increase.
For a team like PaperX, they've defied all expectations to even get here in the first place. I mean, you're substituting one of your best players, who you've essentially defined all of your strategies, your compositions around, you know, sometimes pulling out his Reyna play. Subbing in CJRS with 10 days practice at the beginning before this event even kicked off. I don't think even themselves, listen, I think it's fair to say, I don't think they were even expecting to be able to go on the run in the fashion that they have so far.
I think you could say that about both teams.
Yeah.
Something that EG kept repeating in press conferences was, we have no expectations. And when you have no expectations, but you continue to perform excellently, you get runs like this from both of these teams. Defying the odds and clashing here in the lower bracket final.
There's tension in the air.
Demon 1, 27 kills across 20
I need to hear the fucking.
The lone rifle for his team that's otherwise on the half pipe. For PaperX looking. Just grab
Where shit
another
gets
one.
real.
This is rare for them, isn't it? Slow down once more. No big all-ins on either side of the extremities, just exploring towards mid, keeping control of A main.
Trying to feel out some kind of tactic from EG. Remember, this team is known for their trap plays. Making something happen like that would be a great way to push it over the line.
Here's a close play. It's Boostio to take the contact. Ethan holding a flash. He's going to be swinging off of it. Boostio sees it. Lands it, hot flash in his face, jumping right clicks. This is getting dangerous. More than dangerous, a little bit prior. It was Demon 1 who also ripped off the head of one of the players. PaperX now, it's a scramble. 40 seconds remaining.
Oh, what the fuck?
How many times do we see it where a comeback like this gets halted by a Thrifty? While teams just freeze up. Forsaken could be the difference maker here.
Still
trying to
walking.
lead his team in.
Nice hold of it, slow to try and cross in. 4 positions gained. TP into the back of the site, showing up those defenses. They handed the rifle over to Ethan. He does not get the kill, but blinded up. Jorgamo is in the action. He's in the fight, and players are loaded. He might just be able to do it. Jumping spot is shut down. Tavai, surely he's finished. It's a 1v1 to save them in the series. The spike needs to be planted, and Com knows it. He's slowed it all the way down. He's playing it safe. The shock darts at play. There needs to be the plan. There needs to be the fight force down. Com's done it. Paving the way on a Thrifty. EG are destined to get that.
Wow, dude, that's fucking sick.
They win in the final round in the most
Oh, they should kiss. One of them kiss, that'd be legendary.
in hand to finish it off. And if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about EG's run throughout this, finding the wins in the most unlikely fashion, and yet looking excellent all throughout their run in Masters Tokyo. What a run. What a team to have vying for the trophy. And PaperX also would have been very worthy competitors, getting it all the way there to the 5th map in the lower bracket final without arguably their best player.
The smiles, you know, you can tell the expectations. They weren't particularly high for that team. They've done well, but that's going to be elimination for them, that top 3 finish. And EG now, they've set their sights. Much more grander prize. They've earned the right to challenge again those lofty opponents. Fnatic at their core. The lauded super team. That's all we've been calling them. They're going to be waiting on the other side of this now for that rematch where EG, they did push them all the way, but congratulations and cheers in order.
And overall here, think about the gauntlet that EG have run again. Through DRX, through Loud, through Liquid, now through PaperX. All to meet up against Fnatic twice in this tournament and contest a trophy. Evil Geniuses going to their first ever Grand Finals. A team that has been disrespected, downtrodden, never believed in. Oh yeah. Started this year with a handful of fans, now playing in front of thousands in a stadium, chanting their names.
You love to see it. Strength to strength with this EG squad. Living up.
They sat down.
Every expectation was placed on their shoulders. I mean, they went into this tournament. They've taken to every challenge that's faced them. Here they stand now. Another chance to take down Fnatic and deny something that no team has ever done really in VCT. Fnatic are going for that back-to-back, Josh.
Yeah, they are. I mean, either way, history ready to be made. We've seen that at so many different VCT tournaments. We've been absolutely blessed with some historic moments and matches in recent times. But it's either going to be Evil Geniuses picking up the trophy or the first ever back-to-back. A ridiculous situation for Masters Tokyo, a tournament, a path that nobody could have predicted. And part of the reason are these five guys, and part of the coach, they've just looked incredible. Even the manner in which they went through things today was world class. The way in which they were generating advantages at the start of the rounds was monstrous. I feel like they should have been able to almost blow out PaperX in some of these situations because they were just so clean at creating 5v4s for themselves. But that's what happens when you play up against a team of this caliber. A team that when they're pushed, always find a way to make things competitive.
Of course, got to give credit again to PaperX despite them going out. I mean, they made it further than anyone's real expectations of this squad, but persevered, finishing out at third, but all sights are set towards that grand finals.
And with the way that Demon One played on that final map, you can be sure that the nerves did not get to him. 28 kills towards the end there with 5 first bloods. Looking like a menace, ready for the rematch against one of his heroes, I would say, in Valorant, Durka.
Having fun with it. The vibes are high, both of these teams. Gonna make the most of moments like this one. You know, Ethan was huffing and puffing. He's like, man, I've been here before on the big stage, big map 5, going to distance. But you can see how much it means for a lot of these players, man. It's elation on the screens. EG, well-deserved victory as well. We'll send it down to Oda, who's down on the floor for a post-match interview.
それでは勝利を収めましたイービルジーニアスからジョージ・エモ選手にお越しいただきました。さあそしてなんといっても今日お誕生日ハッピーバースデージョージ・エモ。Thank you. 最高の誕生日です。さあ試合を振り返っていかがでしたか。
So tell us a little bit about this match today.
Very hard.
とてもハードでした。
ありがとうございます。ハードですよね。そこでどう勝ち切りましたか。
So what do you think was the main reason why you got victorious today?
I think it's just a new stage. Like we're getting into the rhythm again. That's how it worked for the group stage. So now, especially when we're on the grand final stage, we're just getting into the rhythm. It took 5 maps, but you know, we still pulled it through. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
もうとにかく自分たちのリズムをしっかりと持ってくること、グループステージもそのいいリズムで勝ち切ってきたので、グランドファイナルでも変わらず自分たちのリズム、そしてマップは5つありますので、そこで必ず勝っていこうという思いでした。
ありがとうございます。さあそしてアセントマッチポイントを取って
Got a lot of dude in the suit.
思います。ポッターコーチからどのようなお話がありましたか。
At the 5th map, Ascent, at the very end, I think you took time out. Did Coach Porter tell you something special?
She said, just keep doing you, Jaw. Like, you're gonna get yours whenever it comes, and then the last round, I teleport backside, got my 2. My team flooded in, Calm clutched it. So that's all she told
My
me.
team flooded in.
まあもうこのままの勢いでいこうと。
My team flooded in. You gotta take it easy.
ありがとうございます。そして多くのファンが待っています。ぜひメッセージいただいていいですか。
Yeah, please, all the viewers and audience, a message.
I just want to say I love all the fans. I appreciate everybody coming out to the big event. Tomorrow we have grand finals, so I mean, it means the world to me that I won my birthday too. Like, it means a lot. I appreciate all the love.
皆さん応援ありがとうございます。明日はグランドファイナルです。
I love it, dude. These guys are so sick.
明日もよろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございます。明日のグランドファイナルに進出したイービルジニアスからジョージ・エモ選手でした。大きな拍手を。
Evil Geniuses defied all the odds. They defeated the Americas first seed. They defeated the MEA first seed. They've now defeated the Pacific first seed. It's really come to fruition. Potter's diabolical plan has happened. Evil Geniuses are going to a grand final at a Masters event.
And it is their first ever grand finals. In any tournament ever, their deepest run is at an international Masters event. The first one of its kind that they have qualified for as a team. Everyone doubted them, but this run has come its course, and they have an opportunity to win now versus Fnatic.
No, they absolutely do. I mean, the form, the perseverance to be able to fight back after giving up that map point, that series point rather, over to
Dude, just imagine this funny as shit.
It's a run that you cannot be upset about, no matter who you are. The way that this team has turned around their season is absolutely miraculous, and it has been gorgeous to watch.
Now, this is
Greetings, Agent. This is Valorant Tracker, used by over 500,000 agents.
This Grand Finals match had some of the highest highs and lowest lows that we've ever seen in Valorant. Many even consider this the greatest Valorant. Going to fast retake.
Spike going to be planted, down over the top, relieving it. Still Sadak, lucky to escape. Snakebite at his feet, Kawazine with the heel. Still a wall in their face. Now 2 years coming through. Cascade breaks it up, flash play, poster fully blind, and with every shot rattled, it feels like the nail in the coffin.
Loud flood on his site and mow down advantage.
Right, yeah, we're out of here. Yo, thanks for chilling. I appreciate everyone. Thanks for the follow, James. Yeah, I'll see everybody soon. Be good, be safe as always. Peace and love.